All right, and good day. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Minecraft stream. We're back in Sky Factory 4 again today, because what else do I have to do with my life? Welcome back. If I seem a little off, I'm tired. I'm a little under the weather today, but I knew I wasn't going to get to stream tomorrow, so I didn't want to cancel or anything, so apologize if I seem a little fuzzy or a little off today. I'm just a little out of it, but where am I? Oh yeah, I left the game AFK, sitting here in the hunting dimension. Let's go see if that automated stuff we set up last time is working. I believe it should be. Let me take a gander. Well, there's some stuff. Okay, it's gone. Okay, cool. Good day, Polar. Good day, Anubis. Welcome back. Let's see. So, I spent a chunk of time playing today. Although most of it was, I should say, a chunk of it was AFK time, right? Where I'm just building up resources, building up seeds. I did a whole bunch of things where I was, I got the self-aware on our wither data model, and you see we got lots of pristines running here. I've actually made a ton. I've been busting these all day for Supremium in order to get seeds, because I managed yesterday we're doing boron and those ones, and I made the compact machines. I finished the second compact machine farm, and I filled both of them with all the seeds. So we're going to take a look at that here in a moment. I also updated my smeltery as I have more resources. The wrong brick there. I had to bust this out a little bit while I was building pipes, but I have way more pour spouts now, so I'm able to pour out of my smeltery. Here's an interesting fact I didn't realize. You might have already known this. You don't have to have a lever on each one of these redstone clocks. Like, I went through and put them all on requires redstone, but as long as they're connected or touching or adjacent, if you will, one lever will control every single one of them that's connected or touching. That may be one of those things that everybody knew except for me, but I didn't know that. So I was putting levers up, and I tried to turn it off, and it wouldn't turn off because some of them were on and some of them were off, and I couldn't figure out why. But yeah, just one lever. Well, now it's not doing it. It was doing it earlier. Oh, man, look at me being a liar. Earlier it was doing that. We'll have to take a look at it here. Let me make some amber. We'll find out. What do I need? So you can see I've been making, we got, look at the lithium, 16,000, 17,000 steel. Those two I got done first. Boron, we're up there on. Thorium, we're doing pretty well on. See, what are we weak on? Silver? Silver is where we're low, so we'll make some silver amber. That's normally what I figure out what to do next. I just see whatever I have the least of and make a bunch of that. I need to make a bigger dump chest for to hold these things to load my smeltery so I can put more amber in there, especially now that it pours so much faster. I just did not get to do that today, so that might be something we do here in a little bit. Get those in there. See if that works now, because now I'm frustrated, because now it's just running one. I gotta see once it starts melting if they all start pouring. Because I'm about to be, I hate to be a liar in front of everybody. Nope, they're all working. It just I wasn't seeing the blinks until it started. Yeah. So one lever runs all of them. See? Pretty cool, huh? Pretty decent, but remember, I only had, what, 2? So now I'm running, what, 4, 5, 6, 7. So drastically increased my output there. I told you guys I was going to redo stuff back here, and I did. Got rid of, remember, here's where I had my compact machines built in. Made a better setup room for it. So the compact machines are now set up fully lined. All I have to do is drop a compact machine in here with an export set to up, and it's automatically going to feed into my system. So as we build additional compact machines for whatever we might want to automate, easy sauce. As you can see inside, I managed to make enough seeds for all 4 of the things that we're working on. We're going to make a couple different seeds today, so that way I can continue to farm some more resources that we might need. I can build the actual farms later, but we need to make the seeds on camera. I'd like to get dye seeds going. Why are there so many red dots over there? Oh, God, I know. Do I? Okay, we're going to look at that in a second. Dye seeds, magnesium. There's a couple other seeds. We need to get graphite seeds. That's one I should have made yesterday that I didn't. Look at me leaving the door open. Raised in a barn. The other thing I did today, and this is where I just realized I think I made a problem. I went ahead and made an area for our maximum size fission reactor. It's only 2 deep. It's not nothing huge, but I built this here so it's big enough now to house our maximum size fission reactor. Because we're going to try to build one of those today and get it up and running. Because the one I have is just not producing enough power. It's barely able to run my deep mob learning over there. So I have been cooking thorium. Uh-oh. Power stored, heat. Okay, so that still looks good. But let's see what we got here. 51. Okay, that's all right too. So yeah, overall not too shabby. That's mostly what I've got done today. Yeah, it was mostly just making seeds, running essence, and leaving it AFK, this is still running, building some cobblestone and some, that's just filling those up. Those are okay. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. Cool, and the gang. I did learn something interesting about the Terry's Delicious Pineapple Pizza, which has disappeared off my wall. And I don't know why. It was framed there a second ago. Oh, that didn't work. Where did my pineapple pizza go? Is it this one? So, there it is. See, now it's reappeared again. I'm having problems with frames here in the Twilight Forest. They're just not working correctly. But this Terry's Delicious Pineapple Pizza, if you try to use that, it's like a cake. You have to set it on the ground and you get like 4 meals out of it. Or you can change it into just a single piece of pizza that you can eat out of your inventory, but you know. Hello, Marcus. Good day. So yeah, got a few things to work on today. Fission reactor is the big one, right? So, get rid of that tin amber. Now that we have a whole mess of ingots built up, because those mystical agriculture, when you get a farm up and running with all those sprinklers, and again, I have it automated, right, to automatically form into ingots for me, so it just spits it right into my system. Doesn't take long for those to fill up. You can tell those are the 2 I did first. I got those ones, or part of those I got done last night, but then it took a while to build up enough essence to get boron. And thorium would have been a bit higher, but I have been transferring some of it into essences, or into fuel, TBU fuel. I made a little bit of graphite. I don't have it cooked in ingots yet, but I got some graphite in there. We need some graphite, so we're going to start off today by making some graphite seeds, because right now I'm having to run coal through the manufactory twice. Once to turn it into crushed coal, the second time to turn it into actual graphite, then cook it a third time to make it into an ingot. That's a whole lot of work, and I'm very lazy. You should know that about me. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a few graphite seeds going. Oh, those are even lower. Those are just tier 3. That's nice. I figure we'll just get like maybe 5 or 6. Let me see. What are these? 4 wide? 8. We'll make 8 of these. And that way they can start to build up a little bit. Let's see. What do I have? Do I have any basic tier 1 crafting seeds? I got some tier 2. I got 6. Ooh, I already have some tier 3 seeds. I got 51 of those. Whereas I had to make a bunch of the tier 4 for all the stuff we were doing today. Okay, so I've already got those, so that's good. So I just have to make the seeds that I need. Okay, that works out well. Graphite. Graphite. What am I missing? The essence. The essence. Okay, I'll break some of that down. That should be enough. Graphite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of 8 of these for now. Yeah, once I got rid of those seeds, or moved all the seeds into the compact machine earlier, then I put Inferium back in to start building up Inferium again. Let's see. That's pearls. Got lots of room in there still. Excellent. Looking good. I haven't been focusing on the laser drill as much, mostly because I get tired of loading this thing with wood. And now that we have enough for me to make the seeds for most of the things I'm going to need, I probably have enough material out of the laser drill. I don't even need it anymore. Magnesium seeds are another one we need to make today. Even though I don't really need magnesium right now, I will need some later. Kidney stones. Dude! Oh, I understand. Oh God, I have kidney stones almost every year. I get a stone. I have to pass 1 or 2 stones. And what was it, about 4 years ago? 5 years ago? Maybe a little less than that? I had 4 kidney stone surgeries in 3 months. Sucked. That was almost 3 full months with a stent in. And if you don't know what a stent is, you are a lucky dude. Let me tell you that right now. If you don't know what a stent is, congrats. Alright, what do I got in here? I got some head. I got some Android parts. Let's pull those out. These are from my farm. Android parts. That's an Android ball. That counts. Android gun. A crap bow. We can get rid of that. Looks like all the Android stuff. I moved Androids and heads over here, so all my... Oh, I don't... That's not an Android part. Android stuff is in there. Heads are in there. I'm not getting a lot of hearts. Heads. We do need to get head farming going. And we'll throw that in there to charge it up real quick. Okay, so, fission reactor. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to build the fission reactor. The whole thing. Then we're going to come over here and steal the controller. I'm not going to make a... I guess I could probably make a second controller. We probably have the resources for it. Let's take a look. Fission controller. I have none of the parts for it. Okay. Do I have the stuff to make that? Okay, I do. So yeah, okay, that was the only thing that really would have been a concern there. 2 of those. A machine frame. I'm going to have to make a bunch of tough alloy today. A whole mess of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so there's the controller. We're going to need a couple of ports. We're going to need way more ports than that down the road, but 2 will get us started. And then the rest of it right now is just building the casings, right? We're going to need a butt ton of casings. So that's kind of what we need a mess of here. 41. That is not enough. So tough alloy, right? So tough alloy is a process. We basically need to set this up to be a bit more automated. So we're going to divert power from the deep mob learning temporarily. So, alloy furnace, right? Basically, what I need is 2 alloy furnaces. We've got 1. Let's make a second one. Alloy furnace. What do we got? Oh, good. I have everything I need. Okay. So, alloy furnace. 2, yes. That should work. I'm going to need chests. I made some weird chests today. Check these out. So, I made these, which are just 10 by 5s. So bigger than a regular chest, but smaller than some of the big chests I normally make. Just because I didn't need massive chests down here, right? So for my, because these chests here are just going to be for stuff loading out and in. So I only need 1 or 2 spots, but on the off chance it got backed up for some reason, I wanted to have a little bit of room. So I made a bunch of kind of those medium-sized chests. Because I thought it might be beneficial. I should have made them a different color. I realized that after the fact. So that way I knew the difference between them. That was my own fault. In the future I will probably do that. But these chests should work fine for what I want to do next. Now that I put... Get on the ground, they won't stack. I hate that. 1, 2, 3. Come up again. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll probably need 5. I'll probably need 1 big old chunky chest at the end. So, that'll work. Okay. So, now we're going to go over here. We're going to go steal our alloy furnace. And we're going to need to make some upgrades. Where can we put this guy? I guess we can... This is temporary, so we can set it right here. Where did the alloy furnace go that I just made? Oh, you're back in there. You turd. Come here. Give me that. Jerk. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go alloy furnace. Alloy furnace. And then we're going to go... We can just use these temporarily. We'll go chest, 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 chest. Okay, we'll need cables. How was everyone's Saturday other than kidney stones? Did anything cool happen in your lives? Because that would be cool if it did. Okay, so that's going to be that. Now we need to get power. So let's grab ourselves some mineral batteries. Battery. Ooh, I got one right there. Oh, it's already got a chunk of power in it. Convenience. Cable. No energy extraction cable. Okay. There's that. There's that. So those are powered now. Kinda. We're going to need to build upgrades for them here in a minute. So let me get started on that. I'm going to need some obsidian. Get that in there. And then I need to turn this off temporarily. Right? Yes. All right, let me go find the one that's running it. I believe, is it this one? No, that's not it. Okay. So it's that one. Alright, so now we're going to go over here and link this up. We're just going to swap that out temporarily. Now that'll charge that battery. Battery! Okay. Some of these should have some upgrades, should they not? I guess they don't. Okay. So I need 2 sets of each upgrade. So let's go get those. So we gotta... you'll see, like, I filled those ones, and I got that partially filled. Those ones we already had. These ones here I filled up today because I was making a fair amount of this stuff. Thorium and things. Alright. Whew, I'm tired, man. Tired. Just not sleeping well. I got some of this Z-Quill stuff I'm going to take tonight. See if I can get a good night's sleep. Try to prep for Monday morning. So I got a little... I got several things sent to me by my new job. Part of my work equipment, right? And I also got a little care package. A little, like, welcome care package. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to need more of those. 2, 3, 4. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm all about that. And in it, I got some stuff. But some of the stuff, cool stuff. Things I can use. Some of it, a little bit odd. A little bit odd. I'm not going to say the new company I'm working for. I normally don't say where I work at, just because, especially about to be working customer service, I don't want people hounding me about their service and stuff through here, you know what I mean? But they sent me a lunch bag. Like a lunchbox, but a bag, right? A cooler-like lunch bag. That's very nice quality, a really good size. Definitely a lunch bag that I would use. But what do I need a lunch bag for if I work remotely? You know what I mean? I was a little surprised. I understand, you know, they've got people that don't work remotely, and they've got technicians who go out and physically do stuff with the products. But so it makes sense. They probably buy them in bulk and just send them out for everybody. It just seemed odd to me that they would send a lunch bag to people who work remotely. I don't know about anybody else who works remotely, but I'm not packing my lunch. I got a fridge and a microwave right there, like 15 feet away. I can see them from where I'm sitting. So it seemed a bit odd to me. But funny, you know, but again, a good quality lunch bag. If I'm going to take a trip or something, or I'm going to go out for the day and I want to take keep a couple bottles cool, throw a little ice pack in there, good lunch bag. I can find a use for it. Then they gave me this rubber thing that it's like a sticker on one side that hooks to the back of your phone, right? So you stick it to the back of your phone, and you could put like your license or a credit or debit card in there, so you don't have to carry a wallet. Personally, I don't know anybody who uses those. Somebody you might. I don't think those are that popular, but every place I work at gives you those things all the time. I've never quite understood exactly why. How many people really use those? Man, if someone steals my phone, I also don't want them to have access to my debit card and my driver's license and stuff. You know, I'm not really leaving a lot of that stuff to chance. You know what I mean? Okay, there's 64 of those. Oh, crap, I just realized I'm going to have to make 2 sets of these. Poopernickel. Okay, well, there's the first one. Crap. Do I have enough stuff to make... I mean, I know I have enough stuff to make a stack speed, because those are... Oh, I was one... Oh, okay, here we go. I got one of those. Can we make these? I don't know. I don't have any obsidian. Crap, we got to do another stack of obsidian. So I don't have any use for that thing. It's not going to do me any good. Again, some people might like them, but I'm not going to use them. Then they gave me a pop socket for the back of the phone, right? Now I've got to assume that this is stuff that, because these are the same things I get from every company I work at, right? A lunchbox, a mug, a pen. There was a pen in there. You know, pop sockets, usually some type of squeezy stress ball, although I didn't get one of those this time. But, you know, stuff like that. They gave me a pop socket. Now, 2 problems with the pop socket. Number 1, I can't use a pop socket. I have an iPhone, and it's a more modern iPhone, and I have a charging station that's magnetic. I just pop this on the back. I do magnetic. The thing sits like this. I just set that on there, magnetically holds it, charges it, also holds it up where I can see it if I need it, charge it all night long. Can't do that with a pop socket on the back. I think some people still use pop sockets, but I think that they're kind of phasing out largely due to these type of chargers, right? The second thing is, how could I use the pop socket if I'm using the rubber thing that holds the license and the debit card that they also sent me? I can't put them both on the back of the phone. There's not room for that. So I was like, that seemed a bit redundant. I was like very confused. I was like, I don't understand why that is how it is. I only have 90. I'm going to have to do 3 more. Okay. Again, still nice of them to send it. Hello, John. But another thing I'm going to have no use for. The pen was really the only thing I was going to have any use for. And then the last thing they sent me in a little cardboard box was a little die-cast metal van. That's obviously one of their like service vans that they send out. Like, I don't work for Comcast Cable. I work for Xfinity. That's who I have here at my house. My new company I'll be working for, unfortunately, doesn't actually have service in my area, so I can't participate in the discount I would get for internet. But it's a little service van. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm a grown fucking man. What am I going to do with a die-cast car of the company that I Again, nice of them to send a nice little care package. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't really have a use for it. It just seems like some of those choices were a little odd, if you will, you know? But, hey, they didn't have to send me anything at all, right? So I'm thinking, and again, the lunchbox, very cool lunchbox. If I didn't work remotely, I would use the hell out of that on a daily basis. It's probably, because I've been given lunchboxes at other jobs, by far the best lunchbox I've ever been given. I have a very nice lunchbox for when I did have to work in an office that I paid a pretty penny for. This one's on par, if not better, than the one I dropped $40 on. So, a good quality product, for sure. Not complaining about that in any way. What am I looking for? Upgrades. Didn't I have... There they are, speedless. Alright, so let me make another stack of these. Stack of these. What in the world? Oh, yeah, over here. Again, I'm a little out of it today. I apologize. I feel odd. Also, if you're out there having a good time or you like me even a little bit, it would be super cool if you wouldn't mind clicking the old like button. And I have to ask, and it may seem odd, but I have to ask, yesterday's stream, was it particularly bad from anyone out there watching, if you don't mind me asking? I know it probably seems like an odd question, but the reason I'm asking is that I probably had more thumbs downs on yesterday's stream than I've ever received on a stream in the first 24 hours. I had several people thumbs down yesterday's stream, which, you know, it's fine. That's cool. This lets me know. I got to look, okay, what is it that I did yesterday that wasn't appealing or came off as negative? And I'm actually going to go back and watch it some tomorrow, just because, you know, I want to make content people enjoy. So, you know, if there's anything in particular that came across as bleh, or boring, I need to find out what it is so that I'm not making stuff people don't like, you know. Because I want people to have a good time here. I'm going to hang out and have fun with me, right? So let's see. I'm going to need some steel. We'll go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's 15 steel. And then the next part is boron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so that's going to start making the first component, which I probably should have put a buffer chest in there now that I realize it. That's my fault. And then the other part is lithium. Okay. Lithium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. Okay. Let's get some lithium going. And that will start making us some tough alloy, because we're going to need that. Maybe when you nuked your power plant? I thought that was more interesting. People usually enjoy the bad stuff that happens, right? Let's see. So, okay. So now we've got that going. Now we're back to getting a start on our fission reactor. The fission reactor uses a chunk of this tough alloy. We're going to have to keep loading that. I feel like I'm really quickly going to have to alter that and make a buffer chest, because I did not make a buffer chest. I forgot to put a chest in the middle there, and that's, I think, going to be an issue maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So, put the tough alloy in, get back to fission, and okay, some more of those. I need these. Here's where the graphite dust is going to become a problem. Okay. Alright, that's a fair amount. Let's go see what we can make with that. Oh, you're fine with the shoes, Scott. Is it normal for my simple storage to not work until I exit my game and come back later? Last night, my wireless import chest refused to load into the system. Not normally. I don't run into that I can think of off the top of my head. I know that with the when you say wireless import chest, are you talking about this, a storage import cable? Because I don't know. I don't know what a wireless import is. I got wireless chargers. I'm not familiar with a wireless import chest. I don't even see that. So I'm not sure what a wireless import chest is. But if you mean your import chest, where your wireless stuff is being sent over, that's what I'm going to take that as meaning. You do want to switch this to blacklist and then click the I button to kind of get that to kickstart and start working. I mean, usually when you first build it, you shouldn't have to do it again after that. No. Ah! 2K redstone blocks are not accessible. No, I have to say, Kinetic, I've not come across that. What do you mean by we're blocking items? Like they weren't connecting? Alright, so this has to be 30 by 30 by 30. And if I'm correct, if I remember correctly, it means each individual block needs to be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be 30. Each side has to be 30, I think. God, I don't remember. I may have to tear this all down if I do it wrong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Boy, I did not leave a lot of room there, did I? That's... Okay, let's move this over 2 and take 2 off this end. That way I got a little bit more room to work with over here, because I don't want this to run into the wall. Because this should make a 30 space in between. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Oh, wow, I did not build enough room here. Okay. Let's clean that up. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to make this area bigger. Isn't it 30 by 30 by 30? Let's look at this achievement. Fission. Oh, it's 24 by 24 by 24. Okay, I was way off. So that makes sense why the size I made fit when I made it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That makes way more sense. When I built this, it's like I could have sworn I built enough room. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, now before we go any further, let me check and make sure these dimensions are going to work. Let's see. This is a 3 by 3 by 3. 3 by 3. Yes, okay, that's going to work then. That is a 24. Okay. So it goes by the amount of space inside, not the overall amount of space that this machine takes up. 24 by 24 is big. It is big. That is correct. But it is the designated size to get the achievement. That's why we're going to go through so many components here. So many components. Oh, is my building gadget? Where's my gadget at? There we go. Does this work for the gadget? It does! Convenience! We're not going to have anywhere near enough components to build this. Wow, we ran out already. Okay, alright. So let's put our controller right here. Blort. And then the ports will come later. The ports I'm just going to throw in back in storage for now, because it's going to be a little bit before we get to use those. Oop, wrong button. Okay. I shouldn't be messing with compact machines, so I'm going to put my shrinky dink away for a few minutes. Let's get some more. I need to make a chunky chest so I can fill this more. Let's go do that. So once I get power running, then we can start messing with some real automation. You know, once I've got fat juice. Boy, that sounded really inappropriate. Now that right as I was saying that, I'm like, I might be making poor choices with my linguistics at this moment. We need some more iron, too. Fences. Build those fences. Okay. Let's make a chunky chest. 222! Oop, went too far. The perfect color for your chest. No, that's not code. Fatty. Okay, good deal. Now we can get some things done. All right, so amber. Let's get iron. Oh, no, wait. I take that back. I was going to do iron, but then I remembered I need all the lead in the world. Okay, so let's get more lead. How much I got? 5K? That's actually not bad. One more big blast of lead should do us for a while. Well, again, once I get the... one of the first things I'm going to automate is going to be auto-crafting the different ambers. And I'm going to build a whole area for auto-crafting the ambers. It's going to be very cool. I mean, I think it's going to be very cool. And I'm never wrong, so that just tells you. So graphite... Let's see, there's my graphite essence. Comes as ingots. Okay. That's a problem, I think. I think that's going to be a problem. Because I need it in... Can I use it as... No, I cannot. So it has to be broken down. Okay. Let's get that going. Woo, look at all that delicious tough alloy. All right. That worked out nice. Pull that out. Ah, itchy eyes. Blah, 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 blah. So let's reload this thing, right? So that was steel, boron. It's the lithium that I ran out of. Okay. I thought that might be the case. Lithium. That's why I was going to have a buffer chest there, but that's okay. This should take care of it. Oh, too much. Forgot that wasn't a maximum size chest, but that's okay. That'll run those for a little bit. Get us a bit more running. Grab our graphite. Now we're going to have to probably automate this thing as well. This is temporary what I'm doing here right now, so don't freak out on me. So we'll put you... Bork. And then I'm going to need a second manufactory. Sweet! That worked out pretty well. And then I need to run energy to that. Those are stacked. I'm going to need to go and steal them from here for now. That'll work. And then I need to have a chest. I'll do just a regular double chest. Should work just fine. Set that there and there. That's going to get our coal. Way that you like it. Come on, baby. Okay, get rid of that and get rid of those. Too much time building up my first ever simple storage thing yesterday. Yeah, it's nice once they get to going, doesn't it? I mean, it's good sauce. All right, cables, and I will need a dump chest at the end. This will work. I was zipping around Tickety Talk, and like top 10 bands of the 2000s and things were popping in, and that should be giving me graphite dust. It is. Okay. Everything going good. Hadn't heard a band Edema in many years. They just hadn't crossed my mind, but I love Edema. Great band. And it was a pleasure to come across them, and I was listening to a bunch of Edema today. For those of you who might not be familiar with Edema, there's something wrong with you. Go make yourself aware of Edema. What the hell? My God, what kind of place do we live in? It's good stuff. Yeah, see, this produces faster than this produces. That's why I needed a buffer chest. I didn't make one. It's okay. I mean, it's still going to work. It's just, you know, a little slower than I'd prefer, but it'll work. Let's go check on... Let's go see if what we can make with the graphite we've already got, because coal's going to be an issue. Flint coal. Fission, let's go ahead. This is where I need mostly, so I'm just going to... Whoa, wait a minute. What just happened? I have 54. Why wasn't I using those? I don't know. Make as many of these as I can. Ah! I hate when I do that. Oh my God. This is a situation where I end up making stupid shears by mistake. I hate. It infuriates me that I do that. And it's only my own self to be blamed there. There's no one else's fault in this. I can't even blame Turtle for that one. It's totally my own fault. Alright. Tier 1. This has to go. So now I got to do the same thing over here. Let's get the basic frame built. Let's make sure I don't walk off the edge as well. Nope, that one doesn't... Well, I guess I can set it there for now, but we don't do the corner piece. Get rid of the corner piece. Now, I'm going to build this solid, and then I'll break it out and put a door in the middle. But for right now, I'm just going to build it solid all the way around. Usually I put the door pretty close to the controller. Alright. Cool. And the gang. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Crap! Did that one actually click? I blinked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Good Lord. Draven makes his own life so much more difficult than it needs to be. Oop, that's as far as we got. Okay. Now, one of the upsides here is I can take a couple of these out. these in there. Alright, cool. So now the thing that's holding us up right now is actually our graphite. That's where our issue is running into. So we may have to go off and work on some other things while we let graphite build up here. I should be able to throw those. No, no, no. That's not going to work. Come here. I got to throw it in the second one. It won't go into another one because it doesn't double dose. Failed, Raven. Some graphite. This guy. Blah, 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 blah. No! I made shears again. Oh, that makes me so angry. Oh, that infuriates Draven so. Don't make shears! I'm begging you. Be better than Draven. I mean, I put one block at a time while I'm counting, yes, because I want to make sure that I'm putting down the right amount of blocks. This thing doesn't tell me how many blocks I'm setting at once, so if I have to do an exact amount of blocks, I don't want to screw it up and use too many. Wow! Why? Why would you knock me down like that? All right, we're actually not doing horribly. I mean, we're over halfway on this thing already, so that's pretty groovy. We're just gonna have to let coal and graphite build up. I guess I'm gonna need to make more graphite seeds because it's not producing graphite fast enough. I'm already done all my lead. I'm already done all my lead. Okay. So let's see what other. Let's get some more iron. Never have enough iron ore. We're going to need them for the singularities later anyways, so I need all sorts of stuff loaded up. So once I have power, then I can start making HDPE and all that kind of business. Now, I don't have any power left over here, which is going to be a bit of an issue, because that's going to cut into my essence production. But I can use what power is still in here to farm a little bit of this as I drink pink lemonade. Delicious. I don't normally do the fission reactor this early. This challenge to not use geothermal is pushing me into some stuff earlier than I normally make it, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Heading to bed? Alright. Have yourself a good night, Marcus. Thanks for coming and visiting with us, buddy. Way that you like it. Dima in my head. Dima is one of those bands that I never felt really got enough attention. I enjoy them a baton. I want to say the lead singer is related to the lead singer of another band, or related to somebody big from another band, but I cannot think of who it is off the top of my head. I have forgotten. I probably knew back in the day. Alright, we may be able to cash all these in. I need these essences so we can make more graphite seeds. I was hoping to have enough stuff to start working on some Supremium gear, but getting this power is definitely more important. So, if I get these last 15, that's good enough for now. I'll take what I got. Okay. Luckily, we only need orange for graphite, so we'll have a ton of that. Did you get your prosperity sapling? Yes, we made the prosperity sapling a few episodes ago. I think it was last weekend. I'm going to have to make some. Hopefully I have enough to make a stack. I do. That's good. A stack should be more than enough. Why you no do what I need you to do? Oh, because I made the prosperity things, but not the actual... Yes. Oh, I didn't make enough. Crap. I forgot it's 4 per. How many can I make? 2. Okay, I can make that many. Could probably make more, but that'll get us started. 43. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. There's 43 of those. I think I may have a few in there already. 43. Then we go to orange. 49. Had a couple extra in there. Okay. And then thorium. No, not... Is it... Wait, thorium? I'm not trying to make thorium. What am I trying to make? Graphite. I don't know what happened there. Did I make the right seeds last time? Yeah, I made the right one. Okay. Blue seed. I'm probably need to be. I'm gonna need to be more specific. What do you mean by blue seed? Like there are a lot of different blue seeds. Ah! I forgot. I'll need some graphite. Whoop. There we are. Okay, graphite. 7. That's all. I only had enough for 7, but every little bit helps. Let's get rid of these. And that'll make me more graphite, which I'll use to make more seeds, so on and so forth. But, whoops, I meant to jump. Munch, munch. So yeah, that's the only graphite I have left there. How is this working? How do I have a clog? Oh! Ha ha! Ha ha! Well, tough alloy's coming along nicely, huh? Luckily, each one produces a lot, so it's a good conversion rate there. Oh, you know what I need? I need a folder for graphite essence. Folder. Okay, cool. So that'll take us a few minutes. All right. So, pretty good on the essence. So we should be mostly good there. Ran out of juice. Okay, thought that might happen eventually. That's fine. Look at that monstrosity slowly building up over there. So let's take a look at what else we're going to need, right? Because we might be able to make some of the other components, right? So, fission. Actually, let's go to nuclear craft. Because a lot of these things don't have fission in their name. So I'm going to need... So I got to build just one corner of it, basically. So for the reactor cell, I'm going to need 4 stacks. I'm going to need glass. Okay, that's... let's get some glass going. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll help there a little bit. Let's keep this pouring in. I'm also going to need graphite blocks. I'm going to need several different types of coolers. I'm going to need... I know I'm going to need 9 and 9 is 18. Is it 18? Yes. I'll need 18 water coolers. 9 at the top, 9 at the bottom. I know I need those. Those are a relatively finite amount, so those are easy to keep track of. Ah, cool. Alright. Let's go make that. Nuclear craft. So let's see. This thing is going to be 24 high. I'm going to have water coolers in the top and the bottom, so that'll make it 22 high. Which means I need 88 of these. 64, 68, so that'll be 20 more. So I can start putting these in now as well, while waiting on these other components to work and build. Whoop, a little bit of lag. Let's take this moment to see if we can make a few more seeds real quick. Cool, 8 more seeds. These will all be helpful because then I'll put them in a compact machine to mass produce later. Another farm. We'll probably make magnesium seeds today, at least a few, and then I'll put graphite and magnesium in the same. You know what I didn't leave? A door. I did say I was going to need to leave a door, didn't I? Okay, well, right now we're just going to... I could fly over, but I'm just so lazy. Oh, crap, I didn't make the water cooler. Crap. I hope I have the parts for it. Water cooler. Don't have any coolers. 10 will work. 1. I have a bunch of buckets of water in there. I'm hoping I have enough. I made way too many buckets of water today. Who knew? Actually, really, 9 is all I need to get started. I can go get more. I just need these for the bottom. I can make the top ones in a few minutes. Okay, good. I'll be able to make the 9 that I needed. Okay. That works. And that goes there. Cool. And then these are going to go here, and here. And they are going to go all the way up. Is power transferable from a compact machine? It is if you use something like flux. There is not a way to cable it out, if you will. Not in the old version that we're using right now. Why do I not have enough? Oh, I know why, because I went to one too high. In the more modern version of compact machine, and more modern packs, you can. They actually make a tunnel for energy specifically. But they do not have that tunnel in this old pack. So there's a redstone one, but I could never get it to transfer power. That's just meant to my understanding, it's really only meant to run controls. You could lever something. You could have a lever on the outside which would turn off the stuff inside the compact machine from outside, but I never really found that to be a useful thing you'd need to do. So I've never really messed with it. But flux or wireless power you should be able to with flux, but I've never tried to do it using a wireless, like that red thing way over there by my cursor. Normally I just give every compact machine its own power source. If you're wondering, can you put the reactor inside a compact machine? It's not big enough to do a maximum size one, but you could probably put one in there if you flux the power out into some type of storage. All right. Okay, so let's see. So in the middle, I believe I used glowstone. 2 active moderator blocks. No, that's not right. 1 valid water cooler and 1 valid redstone. That's not it. I need one that works connected to reactor cell. Graphite block is only considered active if adjacent to at least one reactor cell. I'm going to need a bunch of those. Which is the one I put in the middle? This one was glowstone. Moderator block. That's not going to work. Adjacent to at least one valid water cooler. One reactor cell. One reactor cell. One reactor cell and a casing. I'll use those on the outside. One valid redstone cooler. Adjacent to 3 reactor casings. No. 2 reactor cells. Reactor cell. Cryothium, again, would work great, but cryothium's so hard to put together. One valid gold cooler. Moderator block and a reactor cell. No. Glowstone cooler. 2 valid lapis coolers. Reactor casing, 1 reactor moderator block. So I don't really see the one that's the... I normally use. I could have sworn I used glowstone, but that's not it. Because for adjacent to 2 moderator blocks, it's not going to be. Water cooler. Need one. It's redstone is the one that'll work. Must get into at least one. So I guess we want redstone. Okay. Thunk. There's a stack of those. Thunk. Let's get over here and get that one going. I'll have to go back and look at my old ones because I could have sworn I used glowstone in here, but hee. Come on. Will you just click on the thing for me? Thank you very much. Okay. So that's going to set that up. And I'll use the redstone on the outside as well. Those will be fine. Used a bunch of my buckets of water. Graphite. Ooh, there's a chunk of graphite. Good sauce. Blort 21. Okay, we're getting there. We're going to need a fair amount of it, so. I'm good on Inferium for a while, so. Since I'm going opposite and breaking Supremium down. That's probably going to be enough graphite for a bit. We can probably start using the graphite now. Okay, so. We'll let the graphite build up a little bit so we can continue with the shell. And then we need to go back to nuclear craft. I'll use graphite to do the coolers. Oh, there's 2. So redstone was adjacent to 1 reactor cell. So that goes reactor cell, lapis, 1 reactor cell or active moderator block. And those redstone is better. Reactor cell or active moderator block. So redstone is better. 1 active moderator block. 90. I feel like this has changed, man. 2 active moderator blocks. That's not going to work. There's at least 1 reactor cell and 1 reactor casing. Reactor cell and casing. So lapis is 120. So lapis is the one I want. So I want a bunch of lapis because those are going to go reactor cell and casing. So that's going to go. Did I put it backwards? I may have to log into a different world and re-look at my pattern, because I might be building this wrong. Bear with me a moment, guys. We're going to back out of this. I'm going to load in a previous world, because I don't want to spend an hour, 2 hours building this and then building it wrong. So we're going to jump into a previous world. Let's see. Previous challenges is made. Let's log into this one real quick. Take a quick look. Tell it's been a while since I built a fission reactor. This is the only mod pack that I ever use nuclear craft in. I don't even know if I played another pack that has nuclear craft in it. Everything else always has bigger reactors or extreme reactors, which are basically the same mod, but in different phases. Oh. Oh. Captain Q. See, I don't see that head we were looking at the other day, Terry. I think it's new heads. Give me a moment. We're going to go take a look at the fission reactor. Oh, wow. I really extended this one out, didn't I? Okay, we're going to have to break some things. Ah! It's not in a plus sign. That's why. Now I know why it wasn't working. Now I know why my pattern wasn't working. Okay. Cool. Now I know. Now I understand why things are not working the way I thought they were. I know exactly what my problem is. Draven fails at everything. Now I gotta go break all that crap I just did. Story of my life. This I'll blame on Turtle. I think that's fair. I think, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody's gonna fight me on that, are you? Oh, hang on. Let's take a moment to make sure this is doing its thing here. Okay, let's clean out some of this stuff here. We'll come back to all that. Okay. Poop! I can't believe I messed that up. But at the same time, I can totally believe I messed that up. It's been a while. Been a while since I could. Bork. So the mistake that I made is that. That's the issue. And since I'm going to have graphite blocks there, the glowstone has to be connected to 2 moderator blocks. That's why I use glowstone in the middle. So now it all makes sense. All coming back to me. A little Celine Dion for you. Not a fan of Celine Dion, really. Not anti-Celine Dion. It's not like a huge fan or anything. I think we all agree that we all hate that Titanic song. Ugh. But, Titanic song. Alright. Cool. So now that we've got that, if we go back, we already had it on nuclear. I don't know why I did that. Now if we look at glowstone, adjacent to 2 active moderator blocks. That's what the graphite blocks are going to be right here. So by having the glowstone in the middle, it'll frickin' work. Okay. Funk. I'm only going to need 22. I'm only going to need 22 of the glowstone ones. Wow. Oh, because I forgot to put those in there. And I've run out of glowstone. Story of my life. Damn it, Draven. How does one make the glowstone? Well, I guess you do it that way. But then you need to make more glowstone. Whoop. Come on. Leg spike. Okay. Come back to the redstone. And then go back to glowstone. How many I say I need? 22 of these, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 22. Okay. And then graphite blocks go in the other 4 spots. Then we start with our other coolest. Okay, so graphite blocks. These guys. Oh, I guess I need to make graphite. How many can we make? We can make that many. Get started. 13. Really? That's it? It's disappointing. It's alright though. That's okay. We'll get started. Let's put them on the inside. Really? You're gonna make me climb all the way back up to get those in there? You jerk. Okay. Slow start, but a start nonetheless. Okay. Now we look at our other ones. Redstone, adjacent to at least one reactor cell. Bork. So these are going to go here and here, and here and here, because they got to go next to a reactor cell. So that's, start working on those. So how many am I going to need of those, I guess? It's going to be 22. I'm going to need 88 of those. And I had 64. So that's not hard. That's not horrible. So I had 64. So that's 68. So I need 20 more. I've got enough to do 16. Okay, let me make some more redstone blocks real quick. Okay. I said 20 more. Right? Yeah. So we can get those up and running. Or okay. Okay. So there's Graven fall down, go boom. Okay, so there's those. Now, lapis, these are the ones that are adjacent to one reactor cell and one reactor casing. So cell and casing, which these are going to go on those two slots. So I'm going to need 88 of those as well. I thought so. We need more glass. To the glass! I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. One of my favorite Stone Sour songs. I like a lot of Stone Sour songs. So. Who else listens to Stone Sour? And if you're not one of those people, there's something wrong with you. But Stone Sour, amazing band. I like Slipknot too. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Slipknot's music. But definitely loved Stone Sour. Probably a little bit more. Although, of the two of them, Snuff by Slipknot is probably my favorite song Corey Taylor has sung. You guys are learning my musical taste today. I'm not someone who normally sings in front of other people. Sometimes little snippets will slip out in the stream and then I realize I'm singing and I shut up real quick. Well, that's running real quick. Let's run over here and make sure we've got power running. Make sure I'm not running out of fuel. Nope. Lots of TBU fuel. I got plenty of thorium. I just got to run it through some stuff. All right, so while that sand is cooking, let's make some more amber. And we're going to go with gold. The guys made a bunch of gold, but we're going to make a bunch more. I like to keep iron and gold in high stock because I go through them so much. I'm actually not going through gold as bad this playthrough. Gold, a lot of times, gets eaten up for me in the modifiers for the upgradable geothermals and such. And now that I'm not using that as a power source, I'm not having to make as many of those. So, actually, that's saving me gold. Okay, get some more going. Excuse me. And so I said 88 lapidolite. I have enough there. Do I have enough lapidolite blocks? Let's find out. Let's just make a whole bunch of lapalula. Give me 1 second. I just got a message from my wife. It doesn't normally bother me during a stream, so let me just make sure everything is okay. 1 moment. Okay, everything's okay. Just a question. She asking me to do something after the stream. That's okay. Not a problem. Good deal. Nothing important. Asked me to bring up a box of cat litter for the litter box. They're heavy, and her and my mother-in-law have a hard time carrying them up the stairs. I have a couple shelves over here in the basement where I keep overstock of things, from cat food, cat litter, cases of drinks, soda, cases of water, toilet paper, paper towel, all that kind of stuff. Just an area of stuff I buy in bulk. Hey, Paula, how's it going? I don't think I've seen you in a few days. Hopefully life is wonderful for you. We are making 88 Bort 19. What did I just do? Oh no, I made a bunch of reactor cells. I'm an idiot. I made the wrong thing. Good Lord, I don't need any of those reactor cells. Those are crap now. I wasted resources on those. Damn it anyways. 64. 65. I would have needed another 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 60, that'd be 78. No, that's 78, right? 78. So I need 10 more. So there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Cool. Stay home in your PJs and get paid. That's good sauce right there. I mean, it's a Saturday, right? Is that not normal on a Saturday for you? It might not be. I mean, I don't know. I'm not one to judge. So, is 1 reactor casing and 1 reactor cell. So these are our cells, and these are our casings. So one of these will go here. One of these will go here. Here, and here. Now, I'm not going to put those in yet. I need to get the one in the bottom middle as well. So I believe that's white. 1 valid gold. Nope. 2 must be adjacent to 2 lapalula. So I think it could be tin. 1 reactor casing and 1 active moderator box. No. Well, magnesium's not bad. It's only 110. So adjacent to 2 lapis lazuli on 1 common access. So that means it has to be between 2 lapis. So if I put the tin coolers between those, that should, right? A common axis means a straight line, right? Am I reading that right in my brain hole? Or does a common axis need to be L-shaped? Min-maxing isn't worth it. Well, I'm not totally min-maxing it. I'm just getting the most out of the corner. You could keep building the whole thing out. I'm not doing that. I'm just getting a decent setup here for the outer edges. I think I have axis correct. So yes, we're going to go with the tin cooler. So for those, I'll only need 44. Okay. Do I have enough empty? Yes, I have enough. So 10. Let's not make a whole stack. I won't need that many. Yeah, I would agree. Min-maxing it, like, I'm not going to bother putting anything in that corner. There are things you could do to do that. You could put some in the bottom corners as well. It's just not worth it to do so, I found. To be honest with you, if I'm going to min-max, I'm going to use a better reactor, right? This is just the start. My goal, of course, is to move to a mechanism reactor, which is infinitely better. Whoop. What? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ah! Oh, man. Anybody remember what button undoes the building gadget? Is it G? I can't remember. It's not G. Dang it, I'm gonna have to look it up. I can never remember. Building gadgets. Building gadgets. Undo, number pad 6. Okay. This one here I put in the wrong spot. I put where the graphite blocks are supposed to go. There. So I gotta put graphite blocks down there. And then for the lapis lazuli, we're just gonna set one here for a minute, just so I can sink it. We'll get that done. Stay still. Try not to fall down there. Okay. So there's that. Now I need something that goes next to a moderator block. And I don't remember what that is off the top of my head, so let's find out. Let's see. At least one, that's a reactor cell. I need something that's next to a moderator, one reactor cell, or moderator block. I could use water, but I want to say there's a better one. Must be adjacent. Oh, that's what it is. It's the quartz one. Okay. So the quartz one, I need 44 as well. I have 62, so I'm good. I don't need any more middle pieces. I don't have the crushed quartz to do that, though. To the crusher! Need to eat mineral berries. All my hearts are disappearing from all these falls. Let's see. What did I say? Quartz? Quartz. Quartz. Okay, well, let's just do this. Quartz. That's tin, Draven. Quartz. Quartz comes from... No, from that. Thank you. Can you not just make... You can't. And this one... Do double. This one will spit into this one won't, but that's okay. Stone Sour's Audio Secrecy album, probably one of the best albums to come out in the last 20 years. Phenomenal music right there. Highly recommended. Grab that. Should give me enough. Maybe not. I may have to do more. We'll see. Boy, that one really goes well. Oh, I don't have that one as stacked. That's why. Come on. There we go. And we go to the quartz cooler. No, it's not going to be enough. That's okay. I said 44. Oh, it's going to be close, man. Wow, I had enough. That's awesome. That is delicious. I don't think I've ever built the inside before I built the outside. Convenience. That one. Super slow flying. I'm a professional super slow flyer. All I gotta get is the graphite in there, and then I can slap the water blocks on top. So graphite is my next one. Let's see what we can do for graphite. Chug-a-lug-a-lug. Where does that put us? Boy, that was horrible. 35. Okay, that's something. That's something. Set one down for a minute. That's gonna let me finish that one. Pick that up. 26. That'll let me finish that one. Fortunately, it puts it at the top, so I can't do that because that'll That'll block me from being able to do the bottom. So, chunk of the ways there. I am going to need 9 more water ones. I don't think I have enough water, so we're going to have to... We'll go do that real quick. While we wait on some more graphite to build up. And then once we get the graphite moderator blocks in there, then we just need graphite to finish the outer shell. Oops, I meant to do this. Berries. How much water do I have in here? Where's my chunky water bucket? Let me go use this one. This will be easier. Fill that up. Why you no fill up? Is that 10? 9 out of 10. Give me another one. Power to power the entire void. Seems like a lot of overkill for the setup that you have. Well, I mean, this is going to be powering me for a while. Because a mechanism reactor will take over primary. But while building right now, I'm thinking about the future in a couple different ways. Eventually, if I try to do a 100% run, which I usually do when we do Sky Factory 4, 100% all the achievements. If I try to do that, I'm going to have to build a maximum sized fusion reactor that produces 3,333,333 RF per tick. Personally, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in this pack. And I need an ungodly amount of power stored up just to get that kick started and running. I actually have to build 2 fusion reactors, a smaller one and the maximum one, because I need the byproduct of the first one to make the fuel for the second one. I've done it a couple of times. I know how to do it. It's just hard and time consuming. So building up power now, getting some good power sources running, and then I want to build a large induction storage which stores power. I could start building up large amounts of power, so when I kickstart that thing, I've got enough power to do it. So, plus I'm going to have all sorts of automations and stuff that I'm going to need power for, and so the more power I have now, the better off I'm going to be. Okay, so a little bit. Let's see. So I needed nuclear craft, water cooler. Nope, I want you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good deal. So that's going to do that. So all I need are the graphite blocks, and I'm good, man. There's 12. I need 22 before I can actually do anything with it. All right, so that's good. See how this going. What'd I run out of? Ran out of that. Okay. That's going to be lithium. Nope, geothermal's the bomb, dude. If I could use it, I would. But not using geothermal is one of the challenges I was given for this pack. So it's changed me. I'll have a mechanism reactor up and running as well. I think I pulled too much out again. I'll have a mechanism reactor running, because a mechanism reactor I still think is the best overall power source in this pack. It makes a lot. And I'm going to need it as well to get the fusion reactor running. Not the fission reactor, which is the one I'm building now. 2 words that sound an awful lot alike, right? What? No! Stop doing those things. I hate that. Boron. Boron. I feel like such a boron. Hilarious. And then steel. I'm hoping I can get flux to work once we have adequate power running and I don't have to use mineral batteries anymore. Once I run it off the induction storage, I won't need mineral batteries anymore. Right, this one only has the fusion. The fission reactor I'm making from nuclear craft, that's over there. But yes, the mechanism fission reactor is pretty delicious too. But the mechanism, whichever one's in this pack, is still pretty tits. So I like it. Okay, let's get some amber going again. Let's take a look at our ingots and see what we need. Looks like osmium is what we have the least of. So let's get some osmium amber going. Getting some lag. Again, this is why I like to auto craft amber, just so that I don't have to do this. Come on. Well, I haven't done osmium in a while. I had a lot built up in there. Okay. That'll be good. That'll be good. Let's go check on our graphite. Graphite. 19, close, getting close. Okay, so what else do we need to work on? Well, we're letting some of that build up here. We'll have to do the glitch stuff. Trial key. We could start making some of the glitch stuff. Not that I'm going to do the trial keys right now, but we could get some of it going. Deep mob learning. Trial key thingamajigger. Okay. Don't have all the things I need. I will need a trial key. There we go. I will need a soot cupboard something or other. There it is. Trial key. Alright, so where will we run our trial keys? Trial keys we can just put over here. I guess we could maybe even do a trial. We could do one, couldn't we? Let's see. We'll set that. There should be plenty of room if I put it there. I don't do a lot of that till I become a robot normally, but, you know. Oakley dokley. Alright, so we've got that running, and to make glitch ingots, which is what I need, you need, what is this? To drop some fragments, which is these things, corrupted, no, where is it? These things? Here we go, unstable glitch fragments, with some lapis and some gold into a bottle of water. So craft by crushing a corrupted glitch heart. That's this thing, which drops from glitches. I really don't have the best gear, but we could probably do an easy zombie one. We could do that. Let's do a zombie one. We will begin by making a zombie seed. Then we will make a key. Trial key. Which I believe you just have to smack them with it, right? I believe, yes. If I remember correctly. Oh, and a bone meal. Bone meal. Bone meal. Let's get that. Why do I have... Oh, that's for the reactor. Let's go attune our key real quickly. I'm going to turn that off for now. Armor? That's not... Oh, cool. Oh, no, you just have to kill it within your inventory. That's what it is. That's why you don't want to have a bunch of them, because you'll attune them all at once. It's currently not attuned. Crap, I thought that's how you did that. How do you attune a key again? God, it's been a while. I'm out of nuggets. No, this is Sky Factory 4. No, I have a doghouse. I have no need to build something like that. The dog doesn't take any damage from just existing. How do you tune a key? I thought you did it just by killing something. You don't hit them with it, so you can't won't let me right click it. It's currently not attuned. You can't put it in a deep learner. I wonder if I have to have a zombie data model in a deep learner on me in order to do it. That we will test that theory. That might be my problem. It's been a while since I have done this. So let's take a mega nose. The deep learner itself I don't think you need, but I think I might need to. Advancements bring me to life. What is... I already had a deep learner. Craft a zombie data model from deep model. Oh, okay. Well, what do you know? There you go. Alright, let's try this again. With a... I'm just going to make a few of these because this is bugging me. There we go. Okay. So you had to have the data. Okay. Alright, we've got one now. We've mastered yet another facet of the game. Fear me! And my awesomeness. Don't actually fear me. I'm not very awesome. We are going to smack a glitch around. Now, I don't think... the key is not good because I haven't leveled up the zombie thing yet. This is not going to give very good rewards because I have a trash one in here. If I level up the zombie, which we can do once I have power again. Zombers! I probably will not get any glitch arts from this. There it is. I'm done. So as you can see, it's a very easy one when it's a crap key like that. So now we know. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. So we'll put that away. I have to level that up. So obviously that's actually we could get it to basic right now. So I've got the zombie here. Bone meal. Deep. We could at least get it to basic. Not that way I can put it in the machine once we have power running for it. Come here, Zomber. Give me your flesh. Drowning zombies. Where does that put me at? 2 to go. You know what? If I turn this way, they won't fall in the water. That makes more sense. Where are you going, Zomber? Tried to run up the stairs. He tried to flee. I won't stand for it. There. Alright, good deal. So now that's basic tier. So I don't really have any power in here, but we'll throw it in there so that way once I do have power running to it again, I can do that. I'll put that away. That I need. Okay. Let's go check on our graphite. Well, none of that, nothing happened when I typed there. Okay. Bort. 38. 6 short? 22, 44. Yeah, I'm 6 short of having all the graphite blocks I need. And then all the graphite from that point on will go to building the outer shell. So, does it not have to be self-aware first? So it has to be self-aware to have the best chance. So I think you have a chance of getting a glitch to spawn from a superior one, but it's a tiny chance. Self-aware gives you, I think it's a guaranteed glitch will spawn potentially more than one. You have a small chance of there being multiple, but you have a guaranteed one if it's self-aware. I just don't have the power to run that and all these other machines that I'm running right now. Till we can get this fission reactor up and running, I really can't level that up to self-aware. That will not be self-aware today. So we won't be doing the glitch armor today, which is fine. I didn't intend on doing it. But I can have that fully leveled up by next time, so I won't do any of the trials or anything until the stream next weekend. But, you know, we can get started. Go put that in a folder. Come on, graphite. I need you to be quick about it. There it is. I need one more. Why you gotta hurt me like that, graphite? We're almost there. Almost there. Then we're going to go on and work on something else and let graphite build up for the outer casing and try to finish up the casing by the end here. That case, I wasted my time. No, not really. I mean, I recommend doing it to self-aware. I mean, I really do. It's I try to get all of mine to self-aware, you know. It's only going to benefit you to do so. I've got enough power to finish this out, but then I'm going to have to charge my air charm once I get these blocks put in. Okay, so there's my graphite. There's those. There's those. Excellent. Then we take our water. And that is all of our coolers. So now all we have to do is finish building the outer shell. I gotta set up. Well, I'll need a door. I'll need a door. I forgot the door. We could probably make a door real quick. We need some type of block. Let's look up factory block. Actually, I need something with stairs. And I'm not allowed to use stone brick. Oh yeah, we're using black. We used these ones, weren't we? Yeah, we used some of these. That'll work. I'm going to put the door down a little further here, though. Yeah, we'll put the door there. Get rid of that. Oops. Turn that off. Let's do nuclear craft. Do I have the stuff to make the door? There it is. Door. I do not. Of course not. I don't think I have the resources to... Nope. Okay. Alright. Cool. Cool. Gives me 4. And a door. Sweet. And then I'll need a lever. One of those. Door. Cool. Now I've got a way to get in and out. Does the reactor only require one cooling tower? Hey, Randy. So the reactor, and I'll answer your question. I'll look at your question here in just a second, John. The reactor doesn't even require one cooling tower. So the reactor doesn't require hardly anything. It just depends how much power you want it to make, right? So the reactor cells are what produce the power. Graphite blocks will increase the amount of power that those cells will produce if they're touching the cells, which is why I have cell, graphite block, in a square, right? Alternating. So that's going to increase that. Now, you need the coolers, the different coolers, to keep the temperature down, or else the whole thing's going to melt. You'll have a meltdown. It happened to me yesterday, because I made the little one wrong that we already have inside. And I was producing more heat than I had coolant to offset it. So, as for how much you want to put in there, just depends on your configuration. This is what I've found to be the best configuration, bang for your buck, without using cryothium. Cryothium is better, but it's harder to make. So for easy, all these, redstone, quartz, graphite, lapis, right? Glowstone. Those are the resources I use. Stuff by this point I have in spades, right? The graphite was the only thing that was holding me back. I should have made those seeds yesterday and forgot. But you can put one of these in every corner. You don't even have to use this design. You can design it completely however you like, as long as you have enough coolant to offset the amount of cells that you have. Now, normally I only need one corner. I may go in and fill out the other 3 corners later on after graphite builds up, because I'll need a ton of it. But casing incomplete. Oh yeah, it's not done yet. But there isn't a specific minimum or maximum. It just depends on what you want to put in there and how much power you want it to make. This configuration will get me the achievement, which is you got to make it 24 by 24 by 24, and it needs to produce 25,000 RF per tick. One tower will give me that achievement, I found. So I won't have to build any further if all I'm doing is building this for the achievement. 25,000 RF per tick, pretty good compared to what I'm making right now. Alright, John's question. How does it trouble your simple storage network? How do I keep some items from going into a chest I don't want them to go into? I can help you there. Okay. So it's all about setting your priorities. Not you as a person. I'm sure your priorities are fine. So when you put down a storage link cable, let's grab one. I don't have any. Let me make some. Storage link cable, okay? When you set down a storage link cable, it defaults to priority 0. The lower the number, because it goes in the negatives, the higher the priority that cable is. In the more modern versions, they fix that where the higher number is the priority, which actually makes way more sense. But the lower the number, the higher priority. So by 0, which means at default, anything will go into that first. Now this is my overflow chest. So anything that's going into my system, say through this input, right? I've got an input pulling items in. My wireless, my mob farm, or my regular farm, everything spits it into here and pulls it into my system. Every filing cabinet is connected to 0. Because as long as there's a matching folder, it's going to go into that folder. You normally aren't going to have more than a single folder, except for your saplings, and I don't care which one the wood and the sticks goes into, right? Doesn't matter. So all of my cables that are connected to my filing cabinets are all set at 0. Then you set your overflow chest at a higher number, which makes it a lower priority. I'm going to explain that. So because this is a number 5 and the other ones are 0, when my items go into my simple storage system, it's going to look at the lowest or the highest priority, which for me is 0, and check all the zeros first to see if there's a matching chest or filing cabinet with that item. If I had a chest that was priority 0 and already had some of these black brick wall stairs, it would then put those black brick wall stairs into the chest that already has some. But if I make this a higher number, which you don't do 5, even a number 1 would be better. If you bump it up to 1, it means it's going to check all the zeros first, and then if there's nothing matching, it overflows into the next priority. Now I usually by default make my dump chest a 5, just in case I build something later that I need to be more important than this one. I can make it a 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? Gives me some room to work. I don't have to come back and change the priority of all these things. So if you look at my import cables, same thing. I have those priority 10. I don't ever want anything to go into this chest. Nothing should ever go into this chest. But technically, if this chest filled, it feasibly could stay in this chest, because the priority is worse than this, right? Because the higher the number, the lower the priority. So that's what you want to do to make sure it doesn't go into any type of overflow chest, right? That's where you want to set them up in priorities. So if you've got 3 or 4 different chests, you might want to number them based on what order you want stuff to go into them. If I had 10 overflow chests, if but I want them to go into this one before this one, before this one, then this one I'd have priority 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? I'm making these worse off. Even though it's a higher number, it's a lower priority. Weird way for it to be. So it's going to go into this one first, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, so on and so forth. So that's how you can control which items will go into wherever. But it's always, that's why you always keep your filing cabinets at default 0, because you put so many of those down. So many of these cables are going to get connected to a filing cabinet. I don't want to change every one of them. You know what I mean? That takes forever. So I just leave those at 0, and then anything that's not a filing cabinet, I make a higher number based on what order I want those chests to receive items. Cool. Hopefully that helped. If not, or anything that's not clear, let me know and I'll try to break it down a little bit differently. Just because I have some problems, so I put an item directly into the storage request table, such as an acorn, instead of it going into its filing cabinet. Yeah, that's going to fix that. Odds are, because the chest you have is a 0, same as your filing cabinets, and you probably put this cable down first, it's going to check the cable you put down first. That's why it's going into this. Because when it is looking at all your filing cabinets, it's going to start with whatever cable was attached to it first. So if you do have multiple folders of the same thing, like wood, right? For example, right? All my saplings have an oak wood file, right? But whichever one I put in first, any oak wood I manually put in here through this system, it's going to go into that folder because it's the first one that was connected. Let's see. Next question. Is a simple storage system totally better than ME system? Yes. In my personal opinion, it's a million times better. But I hate the ME system, and just using regular, normal wooden chests, in my opinion, is better than using an ME system. More intelligent needs less boring steps to set. You're 100% correct. I agree with your opinion 1,000,000%. Not only is it easier to build, it uses much less resources and time to put together. It also doesn't require any type of power source except for when you're auto-crafting. So you can build this system much earlier in the game, and since you only have to connect it to chests or filing cabinet, which are very easy to make, you can have drastically large amounts of storage without power and with minimal resources way faster than you'll ever have an ME system. So in my opinion, I agree with you 1,000,000,000%. But everyone knows I hate the ME system. I still recommend that everybody build an ME system. You know, because you might disagree with me. You might like it better, and if you do, that's cool. Make the one you like. That's just me. Let's see. So, I want to become an android, right? I want to become a robot. We don't have the power for it yet, but we could start building some robot stuff. Robots are the bomb digging. That's one of my favorite parts of Sky Factory 4 that I've never found in any other mod pack. I cannot become an android, so basically Matter Overdrive does not exist in other packs. Now, largely that's because they never actually finished it and it never got updated. So, but still, the ME system in this is horrible. I agree. I think it's always horrible, even in newer systems, or newer packs. But they did improve it a little bit in some of the more modern packs. I will say that. So we want to become a robot, don't we? Of course we do. Let us begin with the most important part. That is a charging station, okay? The charging station comes first because that's what basically feeds you when you become an android, right? Because energy becomes your health and your food and all that kind of stuff. I will no longer need to eat once I become a delicious android. So the charging station is first because without it, I don't get to eat. And I'm a hungry man. Look at me. Clearly, I'm a man who likes to eat. So, we're going to need basic robo-fuel. So, we're going to need to get some of this titanium ore, which I'm 99 bajillion% sure cannot be smelted. I'm pretty sure it can't. So we're going to go ahead and just smelt it the old-fashioned way. In a furnace. No, you can't. Oh, you can. It's just not auto-loading. Oh, no. Okay, so titanium. Why you no work for me? Do I got to break it? I forget. Oh, my God. How long has it been that I don't remember how titanium works? Did you break it? No, that just gives you the thing again. Does it need to be a normal furnace? I, for the life of me, don't remember. Let me grab a regular furnace and we'll test it. Maybe it won't go in a factory. Ah! Huh! It's not accepting it. I could have sworn this worked. Wait, do I not have any power? I might not have any power left. Now I got power for days. Huh. I did not realize that the smelting factory will not take titanium. Huh. Alright. Well, so be it then. That's going to be super slow. Let's take a moment to build a better furnace. We'll go ahead and build ourselves an inferium furnace, because that's an easy one to make. Now we'll go ahead and build us one of these guys. Padap. See how high we can take this. Can you take me high? A little bit of Creed for you. I feel like every day is a Creed day for you guys. I feel like it's like you're begging me for Creed. I'm kidding. No one's begging me for Creed. But, you know, it's still funny to say. Bort Supremium Furnace. Delicious. Does it have to go through the enrichment chamber first? You know, you make good parts. Points. Maybe a manufactory? Oh! Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. Let me pull that out of here. Hold on. 1. Oh, I got 2 for that. Oh, okay. Okay, so the manufactory doubles me. Okay. That makes that worthwhile. Good snag. Good snag. That will give me more bang for my robo-buck, if you will. Cool. I mean, I don't regret the Supremium Furnace. I'm sure I can find a use for that, right? We're going to put my Supremium Furnace. Let's get ourselves a factory block. We'll use one of these. Put it back. There. This stuff can go away. Put that glass away. Make some of this really quick. You know what? Let's make ourselves a bonus chest here. And a cable. And a block of wood. That is a stick, Draven. That is not a block of wood. Draven, not good at knowing what blocks of wood are, it seems. Who knew? Whoop. There. Now I can run stuff through this one automatically. Convenience! Might as well grab the rest of it, right? Why not? If I'm going to do it, run it through, and then we can get it all smeltery. Is there more one better than the Supremium? Insanium is the one you're thinking. Insanium, I do not believe, has a furnace in this pack. It does in more... Oh, there it is. It's the ultimate furnace. The ultimate furnace is the better one. But it requires a nether star, wither skulls, and some blocks of Supremium, which I probably could put together. I just don't need it right now. But yes, there is a better one, the ultimate furnace. Some more modern packs will have an Insanium one as well, I believe. If I remember correctly. And I always do! I'm just kidding. I don't always remember. There we go. Now we're getting our juices going. That sounded horrible. Robo parts. Blah, 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 blah. All right, there's a stack. That'll get us started. Let's see what we need for ye old charging station. Well, first of all, I need all this stuff. First of all, I need some dilithium crystals. Let's go get some of those. Because that also comes from right here. Dilithium. Now, this one, I believe you just break. I am correct. Everything I do is perfect. That's not true. Everything I do is remotely perfect, but not exactly. Bork. Crystals. And not the Little Burger Restaurant. Okay. I'm done with graphite seeds for now and tough alloy. Okay. So here we have the basics. I'm going to need whatever this is. There you go. Thank you. Oh. What was that? Hey, Miss Paula, welcome back to the membership program. Pleasure to have you again. Welcome. Welcome indeed. Alright. So I need all sorts of stuff here. So let's make a couple of those. What am I working on this? Yes, I'm going to need titanium plates. Ah! Made too many. Made too many. I mean, I'm going to need them, so it's okay, but whoops. Put those away. I forgot I'm going to need an inscriber. That is a machine that I have not yet made. Where is it at? I think I'm going to need a molecular inscriber. We're going to wait. I should be able to make the MK1s without it, but we'll make a stack of MK1s. We may not. If I find I need MK2s, we'll have to build them. What am I missing? Have I got everything here? Force field emitter. Wonderful. What do I have? Okay. All right. That's not bad. So I need the bottom three things, okay? There's that thing. How many redstone? Oh, I do. That's a molecular inscriber. That's the wrong thing. I need 2 batteries. Batteries. I need tier 1 batteries first. And then I can use... Oh, I'm going to need to do that again. There's a tier 2 battery. I need to make 2 more tier 1 batteries. 1, 2... Tier 2 battery. And... Put up! Charging station! Wonderful. Now, the charging station needs a fair amount of power. Does Fortune work on dilithium? I believe it does, though I've never actually actively tested it. Realized I couldn't rejoin on your phone. Okay, gotcha. I'm just going to put this here for now. I needed to build up some power. We'll get some range extenders in that here in a minute. Where are the range extenders? It's one of these guys. Speed upgrade, power upgrade, range upgrade. That's the one. They're not hard to make when you have all the components, which I do not. What am I missing? Oh, the blank ones. Oh. I think you can hold up to 4. This is what lets it you not have to be as close to the thing for the charge to work. Let me open up my tray. Okay, it'll hold up to 2. Yeah, it'll hold up to 2. Range 800%. It does make it use more power, though, but that's okay. I've got a couple extras in case I need to build more. Cool. So that's the most important component to becoming an android. The next important thing to becoming an android is an android station. This is where you will activate your abilities and so on and so forth. Weapon station also on the short list. Android station is more important. See, there's where the MK2 and the MK3s are. So this is where we need the molecular inscriber. I need top and bottom. I'm out of dilithium crystals? Lies. Here in a minute, we'll check our graphite progress. See how far we can get on our fission reactor. We still got lots of time in the stream, though. We still got 2 hours left. We stream a little longer on Saturdays. Now, my streaming schedule for next week. Let's talk about that. Next weekend. I'm Right now, tentatively expecting to do the same thing I always do. But the new job starts Monday, and I'm not exactly sure what time my shift ends right now while I'm in training. So if I'm off by 6 like I should be, I shouldn't have any problem streaming at 7 o'clock on Friday. Saturday and Sunday for sure will be normal streams, should be. But Friday, depending on what time I actually end my shift, I may end up starting a little later. So we'll have to wait and see. Really going back to regular hours, though, which is Fridays 7 to 9. I won't be able to start as early as I have been. Hey, Boofy. Hey, baby. What you doing? Little squirt. All right. So now I have a molecular inscriber. This thing also uses a fair amount of juices. Hello, kitty. Mwah. Kitty butts. Bork. That uses a chunk of power. Now, this thing is irritating, to say the least. What you doing? Are you walking back and forth? It's like an hour and a half until lunch, until dinner time. You have got plenty of time. I don't even want to hear about it. Cat hair. Tickle my nose. Alright, so I need MK2s. So MK2 is MK1s and gold. So let's grab some gold. And my MK1s. What are you doing? No, that's chocolate. Kitties can't have chocolate. That's her. She's being a butt. Why you gotta be a butt? You can only put one in at a time. It's so irritating. We're gonna make a few. We'll make like 4 or 5 here. No, you can't. No, little squeaky. What are you doing? There's a Buffy, everybody. You guys don't get to see her. Look over here at the camera. Look. Hey. What are you being silly for? She doesn't like it when I pick her up. Okay. Alright, there you go. I was letting you say hi to everybody. You didn't have to be a turd about it. There's one. Like a couple more. Speed upgrades would probably help this as well, but now your butt's in my face and I can't see anything. Matter overdrive. Excuse me. Excuse me, please. What are you doing? What is it? I can't see the J. Yeah, your butt's in my face. Speed. Speed. Okay. Make one of those. I don't know how many of these you can put in this machine, but oh wow, you can put 4, huh? Oh wow, it won't let me access it unless it's here. Okay. Uses more power though, but that's all right. No, stop rubbing your face on things you can't rub your face on, kitty. Early access for Grounded 2. So excited, love the first one. Can you connect a vanilla hopper to the top? Yeah, you can do a hopper, and I think you can do an extraction cable too. So you can automate it, yes. I just don't have it set up to have the room to do so. Plus, I only need a couple right now, so it's not a big deal. This is the last one I'm going to make. Then we're going to make an MK3, and that requires a diamond. We're going to make 2 tier 2s and 2 tier 3s. Pull the gold out. We'll turn that into an MK3. And that should be enough to get us what we're looking for right here. Grounded 1 was okay. I just played some of it again here recently. I got a little burned on it. Like, I got into it a little bit. And because I hadn't played it in a couple of years. And I don't know, man, like, I got into the part where I started climbing the tree and I couldn't find anything, and then everything was slaughtering me. I couldn't move 5 feet, and I tried building the base, and I kept getting killed by ants no matter where I build my base. And I was like, yeah, I'm just not having fun with it, so I had to stop playing it. Visually, fun game. Not a big fan of a lot of the mechanics of it, though. Whoops. Alright, so there's my diamonds. Okay. Let's get over here. And we were making, I don't need that anymore, Android Station. I'm out of glowstone again. Okay, let me get some glowstone. And I need an Android head. Okay. Grab ourselves an Android head. And then, what am I missing? Middle 3 things. Middle 3 things. I need one of these again. There's one of those. Bottom thing. I thought I made one of those. Padap. Android station. Excellent. Everything's coming up, Draven. I'm going to make an Android room. These are just temporary. Access denied, because I'm not an Android. I'm not a robot yet. I can't do robot-y things. That's okay, though. That's okay. Let's take a look at our graphite and use this opportunity to do a little bit more reactor here. Because I have to turn all this into dust. Dust. And what am I doing? Graphite. I can just single feed. Let's see here. I must have missed something. Where did you get those mob drops for androids? We built a mob farm several episodes last week. Last weekend, I believe. And so I built one in the hunting dimension. Not sure if you remember that. And then I just, as the week has gone on, I just went AFK over there a lot. But if you're not familiar with it, we'll go take a look real quick. Padoop. So, yeah, here in the hunting dimension, we built a mob farm. And then yesterday, we set it up where anything that comes out of it goes from an ender chest and feeds automatically into my system. Now, mobs won't spawn when I'm not in the hunting dimension, which is why I built this little safety house where I'd be protected. And then a lot of times I'll just go in here and set my screen like that, go take a nap or make lunch or do whatever I need to do. But I'll go AFK. Hi, sweetie. Bubby's laying right in front of me. I don't think her mouth feels good today. You okay? Oh, hang on a second. I'm petting the kitty's mouth. Her mouth must not feel good today. I got you. Her toothies are hurting her today. So I sit AFK over here, and then as things spawn, it just kicks it back over into the regular zone. And of course, anything that has a folder goes into the folder, and whatever else just gets kicked over here into the overflow. And I pull it out and move it over into the Matter Overdrive chest. I move the heads over into the head chest. Huh. I see that there's some areas that are dark. Let's fix that real quick. I got some more flare lanterns here. I clearly need a flare lantern in the middle of each of these walls, so that's okay. We can do that. Let's see. That's about the middle here. Did you find it? No, I'll be honest, I didn't even look at it today. I just wasn't doing other things today. I need to get a couple compact machines going and start automating sugarcane and netherrack. That's another thing we need to get started on, because that takes forever. It's about the middle here. That's not my pickaxe. There. Alright, that should light those sections up so it's not as scary as it was a minute ago. Because we don't want scary. I'm not trying to scare anybody. Okay, let's get back to making some film. Oh, I need my dust. That's what we were waiting on. My dust. No! Oh, they're making me so mad. I keep making stupid shears. I've no one to blame but myself for the shears. I can't even find it in my heart to blame someone else. I can only blame myself for my own stupidity when it comes to the shears. I forgot to charge this thing. I need to do that. Try to make sure that this does not go too high. I can get a ton out of it, but I'll do what I can get. Well, that's as far as I could get. Every little bit helps. Man, that graphite is taking forever. What lights did you use in the walls? Okay, so those are called ferro lanterns. Or ferro flare lanterns. Ferro flare lanterns are my favorite light source in any mod pack. I prefer them by far over things like Megatorch and such. Ferro flare lanterns are awesome because when you put one down, you've got choices. Line of sight disabled or line of sight enabled. By default, it's disabled. So what that means is that the light will go through walls, floors, and ceilings if it's disabled. That's why I was able to put the light source in the wall and still get light from it. There's already some in the wall, but obviously there's some middle areas where I didn't have any. Is that a zombie over there? Oh, he grew. I guess there was a seed left. If you don't want the light to go through walls, like say you want to set one down near your mob farm, but you still need darkness inside your mob farm, you can switch it to enabled, which means it'll only place light in directions that this can actually see. So if there's a wall there, it'll block it. They're pretty easy to make. I don't know what happened there, but okay. Just glass, glowstone, and gold. So you can make them pretty early in the game. Once you get a hold of some glowstone, you're pretty much good. Okie dokie. So we've got that up and running. We're working on Android stuff. Let's see. Meta Overdrive. Weapon Station. That's the next one. Weapon Station, not that hard to make. We should be able to pull that off pretty easily. That is, if I had all the components. Okay, there's that part. What do I need? Just the bottom middle. Okay. Oh, welcome back again, Wolfie. Weapon Station. Because I can't spawn mobs. That's true. I don't like the Megatorch either. A lot of people do. I'm just not one of them. No, that's not going to work as well as I would have hoped. Grab that. Buffy, your butt is in my face. 1 second here, guys. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, so can you put power into a compact machine? We actually had this conversation just a little bit ago. Yes and no. There's no way that I know of to physically pipe power in through cables. In Sky Factory 4, in modern packs, they've created an energy tunnel that allows you to pipe energy in and out. But in Sky Factory 4, this version does not have that. So flux should go across. My concern is I don't know if wireless energy will work because the GPS is based on GPS markers. And even though the compact machine is technically considered in the same dimension that you're in, the problem is that you can have duplicate coordinates, right? Same as you can have duplicate coordinates in the nether versus here. So I've not really tried it with energy transfer node. Flux should work in theory. EXO just gave you an awesome compliment. Oh, I may have missed it. Let me go back up. I think you, let's see, that'll be live. Oh, tutorials, most helpful stuff. Oh, well, thank you very much, Exo. I appreciate that. And yes, I stream live every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday normally, although there won't be a stream tomorrow because I start a new job Monday morning. So I'll be, I want to make sure I get a good night's sleep before I start my new occupation. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And welcome. It is a pleasure to have you. More graphite. All the graphite. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's keep this running. Keep that running. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Should be, it's the same type of, it's a work from home remote job. It's the same customer service phone call type thing that I've been doing basically for the last almost 20 years. So, it seems like a pretty decent company with a lot of opportunity for growth and advancement. Decent pay, really good benefits. So, overall, not too shabby. I'm excited to get started. Got to speak with my new supervisor on Friday, and seems like a very cool dude. EXO says, which Sky Factory is your favorite? 4. Hands down. 4 is the best mod pack I have ever played. Sky Factory 3 is a close second. But I put Sky Factory 4, Sky Factory 3, and then Stone Block 1 and 2 would come after that. Insane Craft would come after that. Maybe all the mods 8 would come after that. Sky Farm would come after that. I'm thinking about doing another Sky Farm playthrough. Sky Farm, I was really having fun with Sky Farm, and then I did something that broke the world. And couldn't even retrieve it from a backup, unfortunately. Oh yeah, Matter Overdrive. Matter Overdrive. Okay. So I need to become an android. We have all the components we need now. I need the red pill. Take the red pill and lose what's holding you back. So the red pill needs a combiner, which is a lithium dust and a redstone carrot. Now there are other ways to do it, including villagers and such. I'm telling you, that's way harder. There's no need for all that. Just make a combiner. Combiners are going to require a couple components, though. So let's, I don't need the weapon station. Let's get it done. Steel casing. And then I need all the things. So I'm going to need some reinforced alloys, which is enriched alloy and diamond. Hey, you know what I hadn't thought about? You can grab a stack of diamond. Throw them in this thing. I have this gear. Might as well use it. I don't normally use that thing, but that's okay. Alloys. I did make some alloys. Ooh, I don't have a lot of alloys. Let's run a set of alloys real quick. Iron, spelled incorrectly. And then redstone, spelled correctly. Where are you at? There you are. Let's get that going. Do I have upgrades in that? I don't know if I do. I do not. Let's make some upgrades, too. I think it was Sky Factory 4. Me and my dad had a good server, but then I ruined it with my Lucky Blocks. Lucky Blocks. What are Lucky Blocks? Are we talking about Chance Cubes? If it's Chance Cubes, it was probably Sky Factory 3. Chance Cubes are not in Sky Factory 4. Not gonna lie, I would love to watch you do an Insane Craft playthrough live. I already watched your old playthrough, but I feel like watching you do a new playthrough would be awesome. I could do Insane Craft. I really enjoyed Insane Craft. I could do Insane Craft instead of Skyform. I'll do Insane Craft after this playthrough. I'm not against that. It's a great pack. You know, I just have to stay away from Thaumaturgy, because that breaks every world I ever build. If it's a mod pack with Thaumcraft, Thaumcraft destroys me. Thaumcraft is the devil. And I don't like it. Not even in the littlest of bits. Upgrade. Ooh, I spelled upgrade wrong. Boy, I can't spell for crap today. Let's get us some speedy upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get us some energy upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will speed up this thingamabobber. Energy first. Again, always load the... What did I do? I hit the wrong button. Always put your energy upgrades in before your speed upgrades. If you put your speed upgrades in, Then it's going to go so fast the energy won't be in your machine and it'll keep slowing down your machine. So you put the energy in first so you benefit. So as soon as you put your speed in, it's ready to go. Speed! I have a need for speed! Let's see here. It'll corrupt your world. Yeah, Thaumcraft is the devil. And the hard part is it's actually kind of fun. Thaumcraft is a fun mod. That whole corrupting the whole world thing with no way to stop it is insane. It's the worst thing put into any individual mod ever. There's no straight up way to just turn that off. Alright, we're going to put some more ingots in. Let's see, what did we just make? We made a whole bunch of osmium, right? We did. Okay, so let's see. So next, lowest thing we have is ardite. Okay. Let's make ourselves some ardite ember. Ow, my itchy. Trying to get a bucket of destabilized redstone. Do you get that from the smeltery? Yes, you do! Just put redstone in there and then set your bucket in a casting table without this gold thing. And then pour it in and it'll make you a bucket. Same with anything you want to pour out of a bucket. Energized glowstone, so on and so forth, all work the same way. Technically lava. You can do it with lava too. Okie dokie. How'd that go? Yeah, that went faster. Delicious. So now I need some of the diamond, right? I believe it's this diamond thing. What? That made the wrong thing. That didn't help anybody. That's a conspiracy. I can't believe that. I don't need etched plates. Who needs etched plates? Nobody is the answer to that question. Now I gotta go over here and manufactory. What? Why is these graphicing? Oh, they're just visual glitch. Oh, there's graphite dust. That's good. We'll do some more nuclear craft here in a minute. Once we get ourselves some diamondy dust. Let's pull this out and do some over here. This one's faster. I need diamond dust. For those of you who are fans of Rooster Teeth, if you don't know what Rooster Teeth is, you're probably not a fan. You're not one of the people I'm talking to. Rooster Teeth. The Rooster Teeth website just went into open beta to people today. If you are a fan of Rooster Teeth and would like to be able to go back and watch Rooster Teeth content, now when I say that, limited Rooster Teeth content, the website is back up and running now. Highly recommend doing so. There is some stuff on there that you can only see if you're like a sponsor, but the majority of the content is available for free for anyone. I say limited because content, when Rooster Teeth shut down, some people that worked there bought individual Rooster Teeth properties and went off and made their own companies out of them. For example, the Fuckface guys bought all their podcast stuff, and they're now out there renamed as the Regulation Podcast. So on and so forth. Tales from the Stinky Dragon are their own people. Let's see. Face Jam is now 100% Eat. They're off doing their own thing. So those properties, those things are not on the Rooster Teeth website because they're owned by the new companies that are off doing their thing. Also, there's no Achievement Hunter on there. And I'm still up in the air. I don't even know who owns Achievement Hunter. Ruby's not on there either if you're an anime fan. I am not, but, for those people that are. Let's see. Let's get some of these going. But the closed beta, I've been using that now for a month or so, and I've been watching every episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast, of which there are like 500. I mean, they made the thing for over 10 years. So I've been going back watching every episode. So much fun. Having so much fun. In fact, I bought myself a Rooster Teeth beta tester t-shirt. They got their store back up again. I don't normally buy a lot of merch type things, but huge fan of Rooster Teeth and happy to have it back. Over the last 20 years, majority of my free time has been watching Rooster Teeth content. That's all. I don't have Netflix or any of that. I used to just sit and watch all their stuff all day, every day while playing video games. So it's nice to be able to go back and have access to that content again. And I believe some new stuff will be coming out, although much slower and less often. It's owned by Bernie Burns, the original founder of the company. He bought it back with the rights to what they have. But I don't think their goal is to go back into full swing production mode like they used to be. It'll be much more limited and choosy. But the important part is so much of the old content's available on there. It's worth going back if you're a fan. What was I building? Oh yeah, Combiner. I remember now. Sorry, I was letting some of these build up here so we could do that. Combiner! Alright, so I needed the middle three things. I thought I made a steel casing. Guess I didn't. Elite control circuits. Crap. Okay, I'm going to need some of these. 1, 2. Okay, good. And then 1, 2. Combiner! Delicious! You can take this place. Alright, so for Combiner, we're back to Matter Overdrive. I'm going to become a robot today. Very excited. Matter Overdrive. Where's my carrot? There it is, the red pill. I need a redstone carrot, which is a carrot with redstone. Draven, where do you come up with these things? I don't. Redstone carrot, easy sauce. Now I need a single lithium dust, which I don't have. So let's get a lithium. Oh, look, I have some. Don't I have a crusher? I do. Let's put that in there. Oh, it's so slow. There's that. I go to our combiner. And now we make a red pill to become the robot we've always dreamed of being. I'm going to need to make a fat mineral battery eventually, too. Hey, Wolfie. Alright, we are actually ready to become an android. I could do it this very minute. See how our charging station looks. It looks energized. And this battery, I think, might become my battery. How much was it? 29 million? That is a fair battery. Hey, Squishy. You want to lay in your bed for a little bit? Okay, you can. Good girl. Alright. You ready to see Draven become an android? Are you ready? Because it's about to happen. Robot madness! Munch, 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 munch. Booting up system! I love the Matrix reference, because it's very cool. Hey, was there any chance you grab me a drink? There's pink lemonade in the top. Could you grab me 2 of those, if you can pull them out? My wife is helping me. She's a wonderful person. Don't tell her I said that, though. She'll get all egotistical about it. Or you can bring me all 4 of them. Yeah. No, you can. Bring me all 4, and I'll pull them out myself. Thank you. That'll save you the struggle of ripping them out. You send that there. Thank you much. Appreciate it. My wife Heather bringing me pink lemonade. Nice chilly pink lemonade. Oh God, I died! Actually, you're supposed to. That's supposed to happen. I am androidable! First, I gotta get all my stuff back. And let's turn off, get rid of that death marker, because that's no longer needed. I am an android! I'm all robotic. See, if you look in the upper left-hand corner there now, you'll see my robo stats. I will no longer need food anymore. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so let's go over here. We need to ump our robo parts. So I need head. Don't take that the wrong way. See what we got for head pieces here. Speed, knockback, resistance, battery use, health, speed, attack damage, knockback. That one's better. Glitch time. I don't care about glitch time. Okay, let's see. Let's compare these two. Max health 6.0, 9.0. This one is better. That's a melee based. They all are. Okay. So we'll go with that one. Let's find us a chest piece. Oh, that's crap. Let's find a good one. Legendary ones. Draven's legendary. Only Draven wants legendary. The flux works. Excellent. Actually, that's good to know, because that's something I was going to need a little bit as well. Melee, 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 melee. See, I want to do ranged, but I'll use with what I got. Max health, speed, battery use. I don't care about glitch. Ooh, there's a lot in there, though. Max health. That one's better. That's the one we want. Okay. Now I need an arm. Draven's armed and dangerous. Don't tell anybody I said that, though. Glitch. Max health, speed, attack. Glitch, speed, knockback. Everything's melee. Glitch, max speed, knockback, battery use. Knockback resistance. That's a lot of zeros for knockback resistance. I don't know if I've seen that before. We're definitely going to use that one, though, because it's got speed 30%. What else do I need? A leg. Draven needs a leg to stand on. I have one legendary leg. I guess we'll use that one. All right, I think I need another component, too, but let's go see. So here we go. Weapon Android Station. By putting these in, and we'll use that as a battery, I'm missing an other. Oh, so now if you look at my speed, I'm so much faster now. Look at me zooming around. Okay. What am I missing? That is okay, it's one of these things, is it not? Those are for weapons. I don't remember what goes in that slot. The battery is what gives me my food and my power. So the charging station will charge my battery. And that's my battery. I'm sitting at 29 million. So now now I will, as I get experience points, I can use those to buy stuff like night vision. Removes nutritional requirements. Means I don't need food. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Wireless charging. Charge items in hotbar except the held item. That's not bad. Removes the need for oxygen. That's only helpful if I'm swimming around. Heals wounds using energy. Yes. Okay, that used all my experience. But that's okay. That is alright. That's a good start. Okay. Let's get some more stuff here. Graphite. I hate when I type and nothing happens. Graphite. Let's get the graphite going and then see if we can go finish this fission reactor. Give me a little sign that says gone fission. Do you hear the hilariousness I'm bringing you, people? Hope you appreciate it. If you do appreciate it, please remember to click the old like button out there. Clicking like helps out a lot and lets me know that you like the stuff I'm making. That way, if you don't, I'll know to make something different. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you can hang out with me all the time. And by all the time, I mean Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, because that's when I stream. Let's get some more tough alloy. We're going to be good on tough alloy for a while. Alright, graphite, hurry up. You know what I realized? I could grab some of this graphite and do that. I also realize I am about to run out of power in my flight. Get out of there, Bo. Now, I have a spare air charm. I have 2 spare air charms. So we'll use this one for now. That one's done. Those ones are done. Grab another stack and throw it in there. We should be able to get a fair amount achieved with this. And I would like that. I would like that. I don't know if I'll keep the little one running. I might in the short term just to have more power. After this, our big goal next week will be starting on an induction, energy and induction storage. Basically, a ginormous multi-block battery, which will store horrendous amounts of power. So I'm a big fan of horrendous amounts of power. Whoop, fell down. Get as much graphite as we can here. Are you almost done, graphite? Excellent. Alright, so there's our graphite. I'm trying to go slower so I don't make any shears this time. I made a shear anyways! Damn it! Shears, the bane of my existence. That's a fair amount of blocks. Gonna fly like an eagle to the sea. What do you think the most power-hungry thing you've ever built in Sky Factory 4 is? I mean, easy answer is going to be the maximum size fusion reactor from Nuclear Craft. Trying to get that achievement. It just uses so much dang power. I fell. Outside of that, let me think. I'm gonna go too high here. Let's see. Probably an automated deep mob learning setup. No, I take it back. I know exactly what it is. It's a laser drill farm. Inside of a compact machine, just a maximum size one, just completely jam-packed with laser drills. It used so much power. I want to say I had to have like 8 fully maxed out, upgraded geothermals inside of that thing, and it still struggled to run it from time to time. The fusion reactor does make power, but you got to kickstart it. You have to fully power it and get it. All the individual cells have to be powered and running before you can turn it on. So it takes a whole ton of power to start it. Now, once it's started, then it has to heat up, and that entire time it has to stay powered, and it uses a lot. And then once it heats to the right temperature, which can sometimes take like an hour, then it kicks on and starts producing a butt ton of power, which is a ton of power that would barely fit in your butt ton, but a butt ton of power, and then it's self-sufficient. But that initial getting it started takes forever, and so you want to have not only a ton of power production, but a ton of backup power stored, so that way you're producing power and it'll still start pulling up. Like the induction matrix, I'm going to want a max size one, and I want to get it as full as I possibly can. Luckily, I'll have a smaller fusion reactor producing power as well. That one's not going to be as hard to power, but that'll help power the second one. There's a specific fuel combination minimum that you need in order to get your fusion reactor to produce enough RF to get the achievement. And one of the components of that fuel can only be got as a byproduct from a fusion reactor. So you need a fusion reactor running one set of fuel, and then one of its wastes is part of what you need to make the right fuel for the maximum size one to get it to the high enough level. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know, and I'll try to go into more detail. Okay, I am an android. Now we got to do the next part, which is Draven needs a gun. I don't have an epic gun yet. That's okay. I need that. I need that. Alright, so we're going to go to our weapons station and slap a gun in there. Here's where things go. We can put that in there. Do I have any? I don't think I have any scopes or anything yet, do I? I don't really like any of those. Okay. Let's see, the gun is everything. I barely use a sword half the time once I get the gun up and running. What am I looking for? So, oh, there it is. Titanium spine. That's the other component I can put in myself, like the arm and the leg and the head. But unless one drops, the only way to get it is through pristine rogue android matter. So I have to get that matter for that one component. But that's not that big of a deal, so we're okay. I'm going to need one of these so I can make a blue. Double D, double da. Where the heck is the scope at? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Sniper scope. Okay, I need the middle stuff, which is one of these. Really? You gotta make me miss everything here? What the heck? One of those. And lime-stained glass panels. Of course I do. Glass. Lime. Do I have any lime dye? No. Do I have any green dye? I don't have any green dye either. Where's my cactus at? I have some cactus. Oh, hey! You'll work. Let me grab some coal here real quick. I'll have to run all the way over to my factory. That should be enough. And we'll throw that in there. Lime dye. Okay, get rid of that. Glass. Get rid of that. Panel. Matter overdrive. Snap. What am I? Why did I not get the thing in the middle? Did I not make that? I guess I did. Scope! Excellent. So there's the scope. I got the ricochet. I'm gonna need a battery. And we only use good mineral batteries in this house, by God. The gun doesn't need a horrendous amount of power, but every little bit helps. Do that. 29 million again. Okay. Okay, so there's blue, scope, battery. I forget what that is. Sure, I'll figure it out eventually. Now I take my gun out. Bam! Now it's a blue gun with a scope and coolness. Although I do need to charge it, and I don't. Put that in the charging station. I guess that's not charging it like I hoped it would. Interesting. I don't have. I don't think it's going to take this. No, I didn't think so. I need a charger. I don't think the wireless charger. That is slowly charging. Actually, it is charging. It was charging. Okay, maybe it was charging in the charging station. It's just the battery's so big it's hard to tell. Nope, not charging in there. Alright, so it was charging when I got close enough to the wireless charger. Enabled. Yes, I am aware of that. I need some type of physical charger. I forget what charges in this pack. A charger tier 1. Well, that's probably it. Charger tier 2. Okay, that seems like something I'd want. Charger tier 3. Okay. Oh, achievements. Excellent. I needed those. Let me... Where can I plug this up? Badap! Charger. Ooh. That's sucking the juices out. Holy smokes. Okay, well, it's working. That's all that matters. I can now use that for my building gadget as well. I'm going to redo this whole... This is temporary, this whole pile of muck that's right here. This is just temporary. Cool. Alright, so we got that done. So that's all the basics for Matter Overdrive. Let's take a look at some achievements here real quick. We could start working on the sugar cane and the compressed. These compressed ones just take a long time, which is why it's helpful to get it started. But they also need a chunk of power. That's why I could get started building them. Same as the whole cookie thing is going to take a while. Like there's some of these things just take a long time. More s'mores, all that stuff's going to take a bit. The Tinkers will be just one day we sit down and knock out all the Tinkers achievements. Those are just boring. Same as the airship is in this pack is basically useless. All this is setting up the ME system. I'll make the stuff for the achievement, but I won't actually even build it. Oh, cyclic uncrafting grinder. That I might actually have use for. Let's make that. On crafting grinder. This has no recipe. On crafting grinder. Okay. You need power? You do. Alright, so let's see. What have I made today that I don't need? I didn't need these reactor cells. I mean, I might if I expand my power. So hang on, actually I do want to keep those now. I don't think I can do anything with these etched plates, but we'll take a look. Hey! All these stupid shears I keep making. Let's see. No recipe found. You can't. It says that in the bottom left. You can't see it because it's under my picture. So that won't take apart. Click on that. No recipe found. I can't take that apart either. So that means they need to go in the trash. Let me get myself a trash void. I need one over here where I have access to trash. There we go. So these are trash. I don't need them. Let's see. What else is in here that might be useful to take apart? Wither skeleton seeds. I will never need those again. Recipe found. Excellent. Those will get taken apart. Hopping bonsais will probably need... I don't think I can take those apart, but we'll see. That needs a folder. Let's see. Flux I'm hoping to use. The cow seeds, I probably don't need those. I can always make them again. Ender books I don't need. I'm just taking one of some of these cyclic things to see if I can take them apart. So this gives you your stuff back. So I'll get skeleton seeds. The skeleton seeds would be useful. Hey, that's one thing we could do. We could get a bunch of the deep mob learning data models made, and then I could use the weak. I can use the weak to level those up. Was it this pack that you found the exploit using the uncrafter? No, that was in Sky Factory 5. And it was, I can't even remember off the top of my, it was using the, what was that? I don't remember off the top of my head now. The uncrafting grinder will get its own area where it'll be set up a lot like this over here, where I could just put stuff in and then all the remaining stuff will get kicked out. I do like that I'm flying a bit faster now that I have the... I guess that's going to take a few minutes. Crap, I didn't realize that was going to take as long as it was. I don't think I have any chests left, do I? No. Here, let's see. Chest. Just going to set this over here temporarily. Things I want to try to take apart. Let's take a look at our graphite again. Why does it every time I type graphite, nothing happens? It makes me so angry. It makes me mad enough to punch babies. Thank God there's no babies around. I would punch them. Hey, I just realized that my building gadget's charged now. That's cool. Hey, my gun's charged. Lasers! Yeah! I adore the phaser rifle. Best gun and my favorite weapon in the game. Look how cool I look running around. It makes things zoom in when you're... See, you zoom out. Look at that zoom in. It looks so cool. Alright, sorry. That's just something that I enjoy. Okay. I'll get the ability to charge it while it's in my hand. Once I have more experience points. Oh, yeah. So what did I say I wanted to make? The deep mob learning. Yeah, we could do some of that. What other seeds should we make? Experience seeds. Oh, those require chunks. I don't want to mess with chunks today. So yeah, deep mob learning. Looks like that's what we're looking at. We grab our deep learner. We've already got our zombie. So let's do skeleton. Skeleton. Data model. I'm going to need some of these. Skeleton. I'm just going to do one at a time. Just going to get it and get them to basic. Now, luckily, we just got ourselves some skeleton seeds right here. We'll grab ourselves some bone meal. That's what it was. Whew, I'm tired. As the night progresses, Draven gets... Zomber! Go away. Nobody has time for your zombiness. And I said zombiness, not zombiness. Don't put words in my mouth. Laser face! I don't need to use a laser face. I just wanted to use one. There's that one. There's that one. Oh, we got a spare one there already. What's that put me at? I need one more. Alright, cool deal. So that one is now basic. Skeletons, basic bitches. Okay, put that away. What am I doing? That away. That away, that away. The zombies. Now I don't need skeletons. So the skeleton seeds are also going to get taken apart by the uncrafting grinder. Let's go to deep mob. Deep mob learning. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't hit the @ symbol. Deep mob learning. Okay. Oh god, creepers suck, but we should probably do them. Let's get it done. Creeper. This one will be take an extra minute or two, and you know at least one's gonna blow up, right? Creeper seeds. 4. Ooh, what did I run out of? Oh, I ran out of cactus. Okay. Oh, I think I was cooking some, wasn't I? Oh, I got some over here. Okay. I mean, 6 is all I need there. Okay. When you have laser face. Laser face is more fun, but the laser face is definitely what I'm about to use for the creeper. Wait, do I have the data model in there? I do. Oh, what did I do with my bone meal? Crap! I got rid of my bone meal. Why? Bone meal. Denied! Oh, that one's... Ooh, that one's still there. I'm definitely getting my bang for my buck out of that seed. Oh, still there. Oh my god. Best creeper seed ever. One more to go. It's still there. No! Don't you dare. I got to the last one. And he tried to pop on me. It's still there! Oh my god. I only used 2 seeds. Epic win for Draven. Oh, it's the wrong thing. There it is. Pull that out. Put those away. Creepers in there. So I can... If we get these made and get them to basic, I can level them all up. Recipe found. Okay, I can level them all up this week once we get the reactor running. We're on our last hour. I've got to get that fission reactor made before the end of the day, or else I don't get to use it all week because I don't progress off camera. All right, so deep spider. That's next. Spider. Now we need spider seeds. Spider seeds. Here we go. Make 6 again, because that should be... I may not need that many, but I'll need no less. Or no more, I mean. Wow, this laser face is great. It's way better than a sword. Now, are there still better swords in the game? Probably. Supremium sword could probably one-shot some of this stuff, you know what I mean? Get some enchantments on it. Glitch sword probably could as well. But guns, pretty juicy. Oh, almost still there. There it is, basic tier. Okay, spider's good. Put those away. Laser face. Put that in there. Hi, Buffy. What you doing, sweetie? You're sleeping in your bed. Now you're in my face. Slime data model. I haven't made that one yet, have I? Let me just double check. I've not. Slime data model. Oh, I know I got slime. What? Give me a slime. And put that in there. Then I need slime seeds. Regular, good old-fashioned slime seeds. Buffy. No, please. Listen, stop trying to eat my chocolate. It's not time for foods. It's time for foods in 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, do I got that in there? I do. Let's do slimes. Slimes are great because you get, a lot of times, multiple slimes. I didn't that time. I just got one. But, you know, if you get a big slime, you get multiples, right? See, look at all those slimes. Look at that. Basic tier already. That's beautiful. I got a slime head. Oh, that's excellent. That makes me very happy. There's one thing Draven loves. It's getting heads. Put those slime away. Put the slime seeds in there. Deep mob blurring. What's next? Witch. A restaurant I went to. Wasn't bad. It was okay. Witch was alright. What are you doing, darling? She's looking at me because she's hungry. Heather's going to feed you in about 20 minutes. Getting hungry early. Witch wasn't bad. I enjoyed Witch. There was another restaurant that came into our area right around the same time called Tom and Chi. It unfortunately did not last long. I liked it though. It was a... Yeah, you're not going to hit me with nothing. It was a restaurant that focused on tomato soups and grilled cheese sandwiches. Now, I'm not a tomato soup guy, but I do like grilled cheese sandwiches. And they had pretty banging macaroni and cheese. And that is the thing I'll judge you on. If you offer macaroni and cheese, man, it better be good. That is... If you have Oh, that makes me so mad. If you have subpar macaroni and cheese, man, I'll get angry. Is that all my bone meal? I ran out of bone meal. I didn't realize I used that much. But they had a food challenge. I've always wanted to do a food challenge. Maybe I'll see if I can find a food challenge by the end of the year. That could be kind of fun. There's a couple in my area. There's one, I think, that may eat this giant burrito. But Tom and Chi had one that was... they had a grilled cheese sandwich that the bread was donuts. And you had to eat, like, I think it was 13 of them. I didn't do it. But I was tempted just so I could complete a food challenge. My only problem is I don't like mixing sweet with savory. That is not something that I enjoy. So a donut / grilled cheese sandwich did not appeal to me. Although the regular grilled cheese sandwiches were pretty good. I don't think I want to do like eat a steak. A lot of places have eat a steak. Ooh, blaze. Boy, that one's going to take a minute, but with a gun, not that bad. Let's make some blaze seeds. Just blaze. Blaze seeds. Wow. I need chicken seeds. Okay, that's a weird combo, but alright. And then I need lava wood, which is lava poured over wood. Who would have guessed, right? Alright, I'm going to need a bucket. And you know what? We're going to make another diamond bucket. I'd like to have a second diamond bucket. Give me more lava. Are you done yet? You are. Good. Okay, so I need to... No, you're not done yet. There's still stuff going. Is it almost done? Ardite takes a bit to cook. So let's do that for a minute. That is not what I meant to do. I just realized I don't have an... Oh, there's one. Open drain. Okay, so let me grab that out of there. Then grab that. And then I should have a basin. I do. Put the basin down. Then I need wood. That. Okay, I gotta make lava the main thing. Pour. So a quarter bucket per wood. Okay, that's not horrible. I need 6. 2. I mean, technically, I gotta do them all, right? I put more lava in there than I probably need to. I guess I could probably pour some of the lava back out, but... I wonder what would happen if you put a diamond bucket in a casting table. Like, would it just keep putting lava in it till it got full or there was no more lava? I don't know. Interested. We may find out in a minute. What is that? What was I making? 6. All right, so that should be 6 of those. Now I gotta find out. Let me break this. You put the casting table back. Diamond bucket. Lava. Okay, so it won't work with a diamond bucket. Okay. But I bet it will work with a regular bucket. We will test. Yes, it works. Okay. So it's just not compatible with diamond buckets. Okay. That's okay. We're going to make some more. We're going to make a few more of these wood things. Just in case I need them for something down the road. You know what I mean? We'll use up what lava's in there. How many have I got? Yeah, it's getting down. It is getting down with its bad self. Pulling that bucket's worth out saved me 4. That's okay. I agree about the science. I mean, when you come up with an idea, right, you got to try it out. You never know if it's going to be successful or not. It's important to know. All right, now I'm bored. I'm not making any more. How many? Wait, what am I at for buckets wise? I've got 6 buckets and 250. So I need to make 1 more. Because 6 buckets at 4 each. I mean, I'd make 24 of those. That's going to take a while. This is faster. And buckets of lava I'm sure I can use for something down the road. Or I can pour the lava into something else. Ooh, it's toasty in here today. Warm. You can probably turn on the redstone clocks because you can't pour lava. Probably, but I'll turn it on when I get there. It's no rush. Well, turning it on won't help me either, since there's, like you said, nothing to pour out. How many am I at? I got one bucket after this one. Okay. Boy, that's a big old yawn, Buffy. You okay? My goodness. Biggest yawn anybody's ever yawned. Make sure there's no lava in there. Nope. Fire it up. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's get that back down here. And we were looking at blaze seeds, right? Blaze seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Did I already put the blaze data model in there? I did. Yeah, the gun is so helpful. Especially against things that can fly. Denied! Again, I probably made extra seeds, but that's fine. I can take them apart. Once I have 6, I'll never need the seed again. Or once I have it to basic, once I've killed 6, I'll never need a blaze seed again. You know what I mean? Whatever rewards a blaze would drop. Oh, God, I hate when I do that. Whatever rewards a blaze would drop, I can get from the blaze data model, so. Ow, he smacked me. Jerk. Why would you do that? I'm such a delight. There it is. Basic tier. Victory for Draven. Okay. That's a pretty decent one. If I need blaze rods and stuff, that's handy to be able to get a hold of. So we'll go ahead and throw those in there. That'll break those down into chicken seeds. At which point I'll need to, do more chickens. Let's do some graphite real quick. Is that how you do some? I did. Okay, once that's all ground up, after the next data model, that should all be ground up, and then we'll go see if we can finish off the reactor. Blaze. Ghast. I'm not summoning a ghast out here right now. Wither skeleton I've already got. Enderman. Did I do an Enderman already? Let me just double check. I don't want to waste time here. Wither skeleton. So those are the only ones I had were Wither and Wither skeleton. Okay. Enderman we can do. Although Enderman will be a jerk, but we can do it. Enderman seeds. 1, 2. Wow, I could make one. What was? Oh, endstone. Oh. What is that? What do I need for? Wait, what? I need sandstone. Where do you get sandstone? Sandstone. Oh, from sand. Well, that probably makes sense when you think about it. Enderman seeds. Oh yeah, because I didn't make the actual thing yet. Another reason I love the different matters, man. And nothing else matters. A little Metallica for you. Look at, I'm just bringing out all the music today. Your life is so much more musical with Draven around. Let's do this. I knew that was going to happen. Where you at? Come here. Enderman is a swordsman game right here. Probably not going to end up using the gun on the Enderman. They just teleport away when you shoot them. Get you a bite. I like that they don't attack till you smack them one good time, though. Save me, dog! He actually tried to help. I appreciate that. He didn't help me against anybody else, though. A little hurtful. He's fine with... Oh, I got 2 of them down here. He's fine with the creeper eating my face. There we go. Basic tier. Excuse me. Enderman success. Some of these I won't be able to make yet. I just... you need specific components from places that I can't. But for the ones that I can, cool. Throw those in there for now. I can break that stuff down later. Let's go check on our graphite. It's almost done. We can make it. We may not do the trowel yet, but we should be able to make one. Let's see. After Enderman is Wither, Dragon, I'm not doing shulkers. I don't have a shulker shell, and I can't get one yet. I can make this. We could do Guardian. I have water, but I don't know if it's deep enough to summon one. Blizz, Cryothium, Erothium, Petroleum. I can't do that one yet. I think that might be, other than blue slimes, oh, Android. Yeah, let's do Android next, because that way I can get the back piece that I need. That would make sense. I think there's Android seeds. I'll be honest, I don't remember. There are ranged and melee. I don't think that it matters, to be honest. So 1. Wow. Do I have another bow in there? I do not. We'll try it with 4. But we will come back to that because now our graphite should be cooked. Oh, it's almost cooked. Much like our goose, it's almost cooked. Let that finish up. How are we doing for lead? 4K. Okay, we're in good shape for lead still. Come on, manufactory. Okay. Let's put that in there. There we go. Not that, Draven, fool. Oh, I made the shears again. Damn it. I cannot win. Shears are my bane. Ooh, I gotta fly. Like an eagle. Is there a way I can connect my Parabox to the Flux network? Not. I don't think I've ever tried. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to lie to you. I don't normally use Flux in Sky Factory, so I don't know for sure. Beauty. Oh no, I went too high. Okay, so let me do this. Do that and that. Get rid of that one. Oh no. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Scared myself there for a second. Okay. Oh, it's going to be close. I don't think we're going to have enough, but it's going to be real close. Oh, look how close we were. Oh, we are going to have that here in a minute. That's excellent. Okay, so that means I need to go ahead and set up this type of fuel system in out real quick. Has that got fuel going? Yes, it does. Okay, so here's a couple things we're going to have to do. Mosquito. Or bug of some kind. I don't know what it was. Alright, so I need 2 cables, 2 chests. Okay. We're just going to use basic chests for now. I'll make chunky chests later. I can do that off camera. I'll streamline this a little bit because we're eventually going to want to automate TBU fuel inside of a compact machine that'll just feed into this automatically. One of those. And one of those. Give me your dirt. There's that. There's that. I need a lever. Turn this on and off. Okay. There's that. So all we have to do now is just let a little bit more graphite build up. And we should be able to finish that here in the next 10 minutes or so. Puppy, why are you over here? It bothers me. Come here. You're supposed to be sitting over here. Yes, I appreciate it. Am I flying still? I am. Turn that off. Alright. Time for Robo-Face. Am I in there? I do. Gunfight! I won. Draven's a victor. Sweet. I'm getting a second droid out of that one. Die Ed 209. Oh, yep, I'm going to get another one. Sweet. Ultron! No, that's a scary robot right there. Okay, so I got 3 out of that, so I have enough seeds. That guy's got a different gun. The reason I chose ranged ones is because I'm hoping they drop a legendary ranged part that might be better than what I'm using. Die, Gertie! I just killed Gertie. Sorry you all had to see Gertie die. Just like Johnny 5. Basic tier. Wonderous. I look forward to leveling that up. I think that's the last one we're going to mess with today. Attack them since you are a droid too. That is correct. They do not attack you unless you hit them. Because now I'm an android. Technically, I'm a friendly. Pull all this stuff out. Put that away. Oh, put that away too. Ardite done? Ardite's done. Okay, ingot. So we're out of... Oh, I'm lead. Suddenly the lead is important. That makes sense. I've been using a lot of it. Once we get this fish... Like next week we're going to get to do so much cool... we'll do auto crafting. We'll automate pizza next week. All that fun stuff, because then we'll have power. You know what I mean? Here's one thing I should do real quick while we're waiting. Let me pull up the stuff for induction. And I can, if I make some now on camera, then I can't build the matrix, but I could start building up the resources over the week. Now, will I get to actually do that? I don't know. Because it depends. I won't be able to do this while I'm working now, so that'll slow things down. All right, so induction port. Okay, so I'm gonna need a few of these. All right. These energy tablets are the devil. I hate them. They're the worst part of mechanism because they don't stack. They're irritating to make. And if I put them in the wrong spot in the inventory, if I have auto charge on, they start to charge up, which just gets more irritating. Alright. Okay, so I need one of these. We'll make a couple. Oops, wrong one. Alright, so there's an induction port. There's the 2 of those that I'll need. Because you only really need 2, right? With flux, 1 in, 1 out. That's really... You might need more than 1 out if you start hitting caps, but usually that should work. Oh, there's Patchy. Hi, Patches. Give me another second. Sorry, I had to call my wife real quick. A reminder to feed the kitties. It's food time. Alright, so we need to make... If I make a basic one, I can always make the advanced ones later. Lithium dust. Okay. I'm gonna need some lithium. Lithium. Let's get some lithium going. No! Give me that back, turd. Now, real quick, I've realized I use this one on the right more. That's the one that should have all the boosts on it. That would make way more sense. Because that'll automatically unload. So we'll get some lithium dust. That will get us started. I feel like I run faster when I have my gun out. I don't need the combiner anymore. Alright, so I need to make a basic induction cell. Need 4 more of these stupid tablets. And I'll need a basic... I'll need 2 more of these stupid tablets. The worst thing in the world. The worst part of mechanism. Hands down. The worst part of mechanism. I'm going to make a stack of those. I use this a lot. I'm going to roll my glass. There's that. There's that. Basic induction cell. Okay. Cool. And the gang. Now I need to make a basic induction provider. Of course I do. 2 more stupid tablets. There's that. And that. Alright. So those are basically what you need to make an induction matrix. So basically all you have to do is build a case, build a block, and then put these inside of it. And for every one of these, you need one of these. So the bigger you make this, the more of these you can put in there. If you use the tier 2 ones, they're better. If you use the tier 3 ones, they're better. But you got to make the tier 1s to make the tier 2, or this to make the tier 3s. It's one of those long, convoluted processes, which I will do over time. But now that I've made the tier 1 ones, I can at least make a ginormous, I can build the parts up, make a bunch of the tier 1s, and then next time we can turn those into tier 2s and build the thing. Then I can build up a bunch of resources. We can turn those into 3s the next time, and so on and so forth. So that will be the idea there. I can build up the because I'll have to crush a bunch of lithium, make a bunch of tablets, all that kind of stuff. But I can work on that. All right, graphite. Do we have enough to finish? Do we have what it takes? Well, it would help if I finished what I was working on. Let's put those in the way. So it switches over. Pull that out of there. There we go. All right, I'll do the graphite first. So some of these automations I'm going to need later. So I'm going to probably leave some of this stuff here. What I am going to do is build an Android room for all my Android stuff. So I'll try and have that ready by next week. You know, because I try to do the building aesthetic stuff as much as I can off camera. That way it's a cool surprise when I come back, right? I am going to need to start making a little bit of astral sorcery here soon. For a thing that I want to build later. And I need to start building up moon juice. Just building it up and so on. So I will next week. Let me put that on the list. What do we got on our list? What are we working on here? Pull that down. Become an android. Done. Fission reactor. Okay, induction. We got started on that. Automate pizza, auto crafting, all the auto stuff we can't do until we have power, which we should have here in a few minutes. What did I also say I wanted to just do? I was just talking about it. Oh my god, what was I just saying I wanted to do? Let's see, we're talking about mechanism, build an Android room. I talked about doing that. There's something I was going to say I was going to do next week, and I've forgotten it already in the last 5 seconds. I'm so out of it. Moon juice! Thank you. Astral moon juice. Yeah. So. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wife came down to feed the kitty, but I didn't realize Buffy was still sitting over on her little chair next to me over here. So she brought down her food. Cool. Astral moon juice. Okay, so that'll be next time. So for astral, I got to break these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a block breaker that I can start setting that and dilithium and aquamarine shale and emerald and stuff. I'm going to set up an automated system where I can just put stuff down which will auto break it. We're going to do that next week. So I need auto break. I spelled that wrong. Auto breaker. Made that. Damn elevator. Made that a million times, so that I'm good with. Go get my graphite. Are you done yet, graphite? What is the holdup? Why are you so slow, graphite? God, I hope that's enough. Let's see. Ha ha ha! I did not make a stupid shears this time. If I make too many of these, that's okay. Let's see. Hi, Buffy. Did you eat your squishes? Well, you ate a little bit. Hey, come here. Here, eat some more. It's okay. Here, you do this. Look. Sometimes we've learned with Buffy, she'll only eat a little bit. But if I then pick it up and put the bowl in front of her again, she'll eat some more. Now is not, she's not doing it right now, but usually. Oh, don't have my fly on. We may try to get Supremium gear next time as well. If I can get all these data models filled up, I'll go back and start making Supremium again. And then if that's the case, we'll be good. I made too many, but that's okay. We're there. Fission reactor. If I made this the right size, which is very possible that I did not. If not, then I'll have to break it and rebuild it. Yes, 24 by 24 by 24 fission reactor is complete. I won't need any more of these blocks. Boy, I hope these will uncraft. Yay, they will. Sweet. So now I've got to feed. Now I need thorium. I have a lot of thorium. Huh. We're going to do a temporary update here. Pull those out. Slap the isotope separator in there. Give you the boosts. There's a thorium. And now if I throw the thorium in there, that'll automate power production. Ferroboron we'll just hang on to for now. I'll come back to alloy furnace. Okay. Whoops. Thorium. Tough alloy out. Sweet. So we'll let that run TBU fuel. And see how much TBU fuel I have left in this little guy. 32. 10 to get us started. Alright, well that's going. Let's see if we have a meltdown, shall we? Hey, I just got the achievement. I don't know why I didn't get it a second ago, but okay. Size does matter. Giggity. See, cells. -3316. So it appears that I have enough coolant. Gone fission. I just got the achievement for 25,000 RF per tick. Alright. so we've got that. That is now running. So the only thing we need now is to be able to make it work, right? So we're going to need flux. There's my plug. There's a point. Actually, one point would have worked. I don't need a plug. Right? For adding energy to the networks. Yes, that's it. All right, so that should put energy into my flux network. Heat level 0. Delicious. Who has texted me again while I'm working? My bank, thanking me for my payment today. All right. There we go. Look at that power just building up there. Wondermous. Wondermous indeed. And while this won't work with batteries, I don't care. Because more than anything else, I just need it on like these things, right? So now I have flux. So now hopefully we can run to a primarily flux-based energy system, which will make things much easier. I will probably pimp my ride. And by pimp my ride, I mean I will probably go ahead and do the other corners. Get this making as much power as possible early on, so I'm not forced to rush into another power source. I think that would be good. Okay, I did Ardite last time, so now it's going to be Cobalt, because I already made lead. Oops, let's get rid of that for a minute. And then, so for this week, it's mostly going to be pimping out my fission reactor, making induction components, and leveling up the data models. That's what I need a flux point for. So right off the bat, we get rid of this battery, and we do that. And that is filling up the juices, baby. That's good sauce. And we're already working on zombies right now. Why did I need zombies again? I needed zombies for something. Does anybody remember why I needed zombies? Oh, for trial keys. That's what that was. That was going to be for trial keys. Okay. I remember now. Draven's having all sorts of minutes here. What's how much juice is in that one? 27 million. 27 million, huh? One moment. Now Draven has a bigger battery in his butt. Juicier battery for Draven, although I don't think it's charging, technically. I probably needed to charge it, now that I think about it. Oh, it's charging. My charging station, that's why. It's my charging station. When you combine a battery, if it has power in it, you lose the power. That's one downside. But. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in here. I'll break that battery for a moment, and then I'm going to go over here, and we're going to get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and now all those machines are running off of flux. So now I don't have to worry about power issues there. It's another battery, which I can probably use for something later. I need a flux here. Okay, so I need a flux for the laser drill again. Whoops, I already had flux there. I don't know what was going on. Oh, I can get my flux controller back out. I had retired it because we weren't using it. I'll set that here. We weren't using a flux. And a flux, no, not a plug, a point. What is the point? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Hello, Buffy, and your butt. Now I don't need any of this stuff. This stuff's all gonna get taken away. Get that battery. Hello, baby. What you doing? Mwah. I love you. But you're in my face. I can't see anything. Now the laser drill should be working. Now I can't get out. Buffy, baby, I can't see anything. You're completely in the way, darling. Don't give me another chunky chest to work with. You just had squishes. Here, you want some more squishy food? You want that? You don't want that. Okay. No, I'm not going to leave it right in front of me because cat food stinks. I need, let's get some dirt so I can get out of here. Was that supposed to be there? I don't think that was supposed to be there. Oh, there was a chest there before. Okay, so I need factory block. Factory block. Oh, I know what's going on. That goes in there. And then, what happened to my factory block? I just could have sworn I typed on that. These ones. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. Okay. So that now should have unlimited power. With the laser drills going so much faster than it was before. That'll build us up some more resources. Your cat's doing the same thing? Yeah, she just wants some attention. I normally am done streaming by now, you know what I mean? We're going to put the building gadget away for temporarily. Thorium. Oh, yeah. Let's get that going. Oops, didn't mean to. Plenty of juices. And I like that even though all those big machines are running, if you'll notice, my power energy stored is still going up. So right now, I'm running those machines, although nothing's running. I'm running the laser drill and the deep mob learning, two things that are my big power hogs. I'm about to run out of polymer though. Two things that are my big hogs, and I'm still making more power than they're using. You know what I mean? So I'll build an area for auto crafting. I think I made too much polymer. I did make too much polymer. That's okay. Can't have too much polymer. Oh, I got a pristine zombie matter. What do you get out of that? Not a whole lot there that I need, to be honest with you. I'll probably take iron. I mean, I can always use more iron, I guess. I'll have to clean up this. A lot of this stuff will get folders. Polymer, titanium, things like that. Like I said, I'll work on building up the reactor, getting it more power producing. Yeah, pretty good. Let's make a couple compact machines. Right? So I got something to work on this week. And what I'll do is I'll take those graphite seeds. Oh, magnesium. Magnesium seeds. We need to make a couple of those on camera. So I'm just turning my hat around because now it's hitting my chair and it's falling off. We'll make a couple magnesium seeds real quick, and then I'll make magnesium and graphite our next compact machine. Auto farm. You guys have already seen me make the farm, so you know how those work. But we'll make a compact machine for it. Oh, it didn't work because I was standing inside. You got to throw it in from outside. But I threw the wrong thing in. Like a goober. Almost got enough. I also have to make a couple tunnels. So I used up my tunnels on the ones that I already had. Is that enough? That is enough. Tunnel. That's going to be... I know it's a hopper, but is it redstone you throw in? It is redstone, okay. And that'll give me... Did I not do that right? Okay. Oh, it's a compact block, not an iron block. There we go. My bad. And while that's doing its thing, I don't need those anymore. I'm going to need an emerald block. And a pearl. Dirt. Middle emerald. Turn this light on. Anybody got any special plans for Sunday? Want to remind everybody that there will not be a stream tomorrow because I start my new job on Monday and I want to get to bed early so I'm fully rested. A, to make good impression, and B, because it's probably going to be pretty boring. I mean, and I'm not even just saying that because, like, you know, it's training. But most training has a fair amount of boring. Like, you're going to be reading a lot of... The first couple days would be a bunch of, like, sexual harassment and ethics policies and dress codes and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying those things aren't important. What I'm saying is that they're the same as every other place I've ever worked at. You know what I mean? Don't steal our stuff. Be secure. Don't inside trade and stuff like that. Don't say inappropriate things to people. Yeah. Don't come to work naked. That's always that's always a fun killer. All right, we got a compact machine. Excellent. So that one will be for graphite, and let's make a couple magnesium seeds. Wow, here I'm typing away and nothing's happening. Magnesium seeds. I don't need that anymore. Oops. Magnesium. Oh, it's a blue one. Okay. Magnesium seed. Why do I always do that? Okie dokie. So I need to, even if I just make one, right? And then as long as I get one made on camera is all the important part. I will make 10 because that's how many seeds I can make. And that's just math. 10 of those. 10 of those. 10 of those. Wow! Okay, so it turns out I had way more than I thought I did. Way more. So I made 22. That's okay. Because, you know, I'm gonna need those two, right? I'm gonna need inside the compact machine, per level, it holds 110 seeds. So that's how many of each kind I'm going to end up making this week for graphite and for magnesium. So that's a start. Now I'm going to get a bunch of magnesium here. So as soon as I see an essence pop in, I need to make a file folder for that before it fills up this thing. How's my thorium look? Looks all thorium-y. Oh, I know what we need to do. Need some premium gear. And auto TBU fuel. I want to get that automated as well. So here's the thing. Like with graphite, I have to make twice as many seeds. Because I technically need 2 graphite farms. One, just to have access to graphite, because you use it for a bunch of stuff. And then a second one, instead of being downstairs, I'm going to have where that chest is, I'm going to have a compact machine with everything inside that you need to make TBU fuel. So basically, I'll have a farm on the bottom level that'll be making all graphite. And then I'll have on the second level, I'll probably have a simple storage system with one filing cabinet that'll feed, and basically I'll have an auto crafter that'll make the thorium essence into thorium ingots. Then I'll have one of these isotope separators, which will feed through. Then these two things, the thorium 232 and the tiny clumps, will feed into a folder. Then it'll auto craft this into TBU fuel and export those into a black hole unit, which will then feed out into the fission reactor. So it'll produce fuel faster than it uses it, for sure. I'm only at a 6% battery. My battery is so low. It's charging. It's just taking a while. My goodness, I think that's about everything we need to do today. We got a lot accomplished. I hope you guys feel like we got a lot accomplished, because I did. That is a ginormous thing. I will probably take apart the little fission reactor. We just don't need it anymore. But we're going to, with this, let me sit up here. The fission reactor is up and running and delicious, and that makes me happy. And it is filling up, so I won't get to build an induction matrix, so I won't get to start storing power. But the induction matrix might go here. I don't know how big a one I'm going to make, but that might end up going underground. In fact, I might build it over here. I just need it to be in a way that it won't interfere with the other stuff downstairs. So I may have to do that and then have like a stairs or something here that leads down to the induction storage. So I'll build a spot for the induction storage so we can start building it next week. I'll build up as many of the tier 1 stuff that I can so we can make tier 2s next time. So we have at least tier 2s up and running. I'll make an Android room. That'll be going downstairs, so we'll get a bunch of this updated. And then I'll probably redo some of these machines back into this wall. But yeah, overall, so today we got a bunch of data models done, a bunch of seeds made. We got, what else we got? We got this stuff all automated, made a bunch of tough alloy. Got that giant monstrosity of power, so our power situation for a while now is going to be taken care of, right? That's what's been holding us up from doing a lot of the cool automation and fun stuff. So next week we're going to automate the walrus. We're going to automate the pizza. All right, we're going to do some of that beginning fun challenge stuff people gave me when we first started setting this up. So thank you all for coming and hanging out with me yesterday and today and this weekend. I appreciate you choosing to spend some of your weekend with me. Again, reminder, no stream tomorrow. I'll be back next Friday. Exactly what time, I don't know yet, because I still got to figure out my new job and exactly what the work schedule is. Because I'm in training, right? Training schedule is not the same as your regular work schedule. But I will be streaming next Friday, even if it's just for an hour or two at night. And then Saturday and Sunday we'll stream more. So we'll be back doing a bunch of that. If you haven't already, please remember to click the like button, even if you're watching this in the future. It definitely helps out the channel, helps me know whether you're liking the stuff I'm putting out or not. And if you're new here and you haven't already, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. I try to only put out fun content, and I try not to slam you too much with it, and I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I just realized there's a monster over on top. Oh, it's underneath of my fission reactor. That's okay. I think that's it. I think we got a lot of stuff done today. So thank you all for joining me. I'm going to call it a night. Enjoy your rest of your weekend, right? Get out there, have some fun. Party hard, but party safe. And then swing on back by and hang out with me again next weekend, because that would be cool. All right? Cool in the gang. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great day.